Oh. We have gone live again. Oh, I'm not even on the stream manager page. That's fine. That can be fixed by going to the stream manager page. There we go. We are live. And I actually did my homework. And, well, by homework, I mean I looked at my notes and I cleaned up old ones that we don't need anymore. And some interesting things that I noticed was that, one, I had written down... well, actually, maybe I should hop into the game and we'll actually look at the map. And then I can show what I'm talking about. Because there were some things that I had noted down that I didn't remember that I had noted down. So last time... what was it? We found... Oh, no, that wasn't even last time. That was before last time. The stream before the previous stream. But we found, like, this whole area, the Wisp Thicket, where we fought, like, flame guys, and then we got into this, like, battle with a boss fight. And turns out I had actually 2 notes referring, like that were pointing me to this direction, and I just, well, I didn't remember them because I wasn't looking at my notes. But yeah, it turns out that I had written down that there was, like, a bell that we can't access over here in the Underworks. That, I had a note for that. And then I also had a note from, oh my goodness, who said that? Thicket. There we go. Yeah, Nu. Nu actually told us in the halfway home, for your continued huntings, you should climb up above here, halfway home, which is where Nu was. Nu didn't say halfway home. I just noted that down in parentheses so that I would know where here was when I read this later. Anyway, Nu said up above here, above the tallest spinning towers, hidden in the dark thickets, are strange bugs who call up dancing flames. So pretty, so warm. So obviously, Nu was giving us a hint that the Wisp Thicket is up here. And that makes me think that I should maybe start today's stream off with just going and talking to Nu. That doesn't sound like a bad idea to me at all. What are we doing in Bellheart? Huh. I wonder why I ended stream off at Bellheart. Because I'm sure... Oh, no, I know why we did that. Didn't we operate? Oh, no. Yeah, I ended stream off in Bellheart because we ended... because the last major thing we did was doing the Flea Festival, Festival of the Flea, and we got our last pale oil from there finally. So I came here to upgrade my needle, but it turns out we don't have enough money for it. That's right, so that's why I'm in Bellheart. Well, let's travel to Greymore. We need to go to the halfway home and see if Nu has any other hints for us. I imagine Nu will have hints for us, because it seems to me that Nu will have hints for where you're missing contract journal entries. We are missing, like, what, 2 tiny sections from our journal, I want to say. I'm sorry that I'm checking this again. I should be able to jump through this a bit faster like this with our right stick. There we go. So we have 2 missing from here, and then we have another section here, also missing 2. And I think... Oh, then we also have this. And we believe we know where this is. This is White Ward. We need the ornate key for that. I have no idea how to get it. Well, I'm assuming it's going to be called the ornate key. The key holds ornate, something like that. So that presumably means the key will be called the ornate key. But yeah, I haven't got a clue where we could find that. But hey, maybe one of the other areas that Nu might point us to will lead us there. I hope Nu doesn't just tell us like, spooky surgical area, because then that's useless to me, because I already know I need to go there. We just can't go there. But hey, maybe Nu will point us towards a different direction. Hello. Come to rest here? Yes. I will keep my prayings up, but can you have a hint? Aha, yes, thank you. Wonderful. This is precisely what we wanted. High up, above the caverns all of crust. Is that like the coral area? Nu has been told of a hole filled with writhing things, all zipping and zapping. That sounds like the wormways, actually. Hold on. We are going to need to write that down. Okay, so this is Nu's previous note. We don't need it anymore. But new one. High up, above the caverns, all of crust, Nu has been told of a hole filled with writhing things, all zipping and zapping. Zipping and zapping. We haven't seen any enemies that use electricity, have we? Or no, I guess we must have, because we have the vault vessels, and usually there's at least one enemy that has an attack similar to one of your tools. Well, in any case, what I'm thinking of is, when you say zipping and zapping, that sort of reminds me of the Luma flies in Hollow Knight. The charged Luma fly specifically. But I think this might just be talking about enemies like zipping real fast across the screen. Anyway, high up above the caverns all of crust, but so sad Nu cannot herself see it. The lands quake and rattle, the savage threads stretch. The dangers are too much. But so sad, Nu cannot herself see it. The lands quake and rattle. The savage threats stretch. That doesn't seem to be talking about the location, actually. That might just be about the state of the world. Like the fact that we're in Act 3 right now. Still, I will write it down. Just in case. Dangers are too much. Okay, well, I didn't need to write all that down, but I did anyway. It must be you, Miss Grown-Up. Older, stiffer, a shell less precious. Excuse me, what did you just say about my shell? Seek the cave and the things within. How else will the journal be complete? How indeed? Okay. Above the cavern's all of crust. Whoops. Didn't mean to talk to you again. I wonder if we could get a second hint or if we need to fulfill the first one. Well, let's get to work on that then. High up. Not necessarily directly above here this time, but somewhere high up. Above the cavern's all of crust. Here? Maybe? Would we call this crust? Or instead, are we instead talking about the cradle? The hole filled with writhing things all zipping and zapping. But is that not... That sounds like the area above the cradle that we just explored. And I could have sworn we got all the entries there. Let's see if we can find that section. I'm going slow through this because I don't want to miss anything. I'm scanning for a specific enemy. Skrill. Yes. Imoba, we have the entry for you. We also have Garpids. Yeah, so it can't be these. This entire section is filled in. Let's again look at where... Whoops. Where the empty slots are. So, again, this is white word. What about you? You are crust stuff. Yeah, look, hold on. Core crust Karaka. So that, it does seem like crust is a term that we should associate with the coral place, which is good. Oh yeah, another crust. Okay, so it's around there, I think. Above the cavern's all of crust. Above a coral location, maybe. Above Sands of Karak. Filled with writhing things all zipping and zapping. Cool. Okay, so I think we have our next destination. Do you say anything new? No drink. Please get out of here. I'm saving up money for a pin upgrade. Or a needle. You know what I mean. So, above here, you say... If we were actually in Mount Fae... Like, if what we're looking for were actually in Mount Fae, I don't think... Like, I feel like you would have at least mentioned that somewhat. So we're headed to Sands of Karak. And I guess the way to do that would be to travel to Blasted Steps. I think we should have a pretty direct shortcut from there. We used to have some less direct paths from there, but by now... I swear I remember opening up like at least 2 shortcuts between, like, just in general around that area. So, Blasted Steps it is. And now, of course, it is quite likely that this will not only give us Hunter Journal entries, but since it's well, likely a whole new sub-area, we might also find our last missing tool or a spool fragment or something like that from there. So, again, currently, we're going based off of just what the game itself has told us. We have not yet needed to look anything up. We might, like, if none of the new hints work out and we have nothing else to try, then I think I would rather look something up. Like, if we still can't find the ornate key, I think I will just look it up. Because I don't feel like exploring through the entire map to find it. And I think we've done a very good job overall at finding things without, just based off what the game tells us. Okay. I mean, I'm not... Like, Nu isn't just giving the hint because I'm missing the Hornet comment, right? I imagine Nu's hints are specifically for enemies that we don't have any of. I feel like that must be the case. Or at least she should prioritize those. I would imagine. Okay, well, I guess there's no point in checking the map. Well, no, there is. I can check the map to see if there are any suspicious rooms. I was gonna say there's no point in checking the map because obviously we're looking for places where we haven't been. But that's, yeah, as I said, that's not necessarily true. But the issue here is that the last time we were in Sands of Karak, we already had basically all of our abilities, didn't we? Like, we would have had Ascent because we were up here. Like, we had already been in the Abyss and we got Silksong. So I would have had, like, my entire current set of abilities, essentially. So what could I have missed? Is I guess, what I'm wondering here. Because, like, the Coral Tower, I know I do have a marker there, but that's just, like, a suspicious corner. And I don't know that I could do anything new there. Wow, that was a surprising... yeah, just the fact that pogo worked out was surprising. Surprisingly effective. I mean, I remember going through this room, though. And it said above the caverns all of crust. What did it say? Yeah, above the caverns all of crust. So, like, okay, I don't think I should explore this room. This is obviously a place I've already been. And while that doesn't mean that it's not hiding anything, it's also this kind of, like, small sub-area. But then again, the Wisp Thicket, we did... Like, that was essentially a small, like, side path that was for a flea. And the secret path ended up going up through there. Oh, but what about you? Have I been at the top of this? Aha! Excuse me, that looks like a location above the cavern's all of crust. Oh, you're kidding me. I didn't just mess that up. There's no way. Also, it looks like you might not even need ascend for this. Well, you do if you mess... Dude, it's that freaking ceiling. I keep bonking on it. Maybe you do need ascend. It seems to me that you might be able to just barely make that wall jump. But hold on, I'm just wasting silk. Let's not do that. Instead, let's ascend through here. Whoa. That looks insane. What is going on here? Should I play the needle in? No, did say the cave's quick, and perhaps she wasn't only talking about the whole void situation going on. Vault nest. Oh my goodness. It is going to be a whole electricity area, and it is related to the vault vessels. Look at that. Look at the glow. I don't know. I've said this. I've said this so many times, but just going into an area and seeing something completely new, like just a place that looks different, has different elements in the foreground and background, and has different enemies, like that's just terribly exciting, isn't it? It is to me. Okay, how do you work? It seems like if I stay near you for too long, it'll get scary. No, I think these are just a fun effect currently, but I think that's a warning for what's to come. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that sure is the Vault Vessel effect. Did that activate because I got too close, or was I just too slow going through there? I think I might have just been too slow. Whoops, that's a silly move. The bonk off of the wall, or like the knockback from the wall, got me there. That's fine. We'll play things a bit safer, and I guess we do have our lifeblood thing, our plasmium file, that can keep us safe. Okay, hopefully we're not missing any... Wait, I can't like deal damage to these, can I? Whoops, let's not do that. Wait, that makes sense. My needle conducts electricity. That's crazy. Okay, well maybe we don't try killing those. That seems like it might not work out too well for me. What on earth am I hearing? Am I walking into a boss fight with my teeny tiny amount of HP because I lost it all to the electricity on the way here? I might be doing that. Oh well. It's just gonna happen. Ah! It's gonna happen sometimes. I am out of stall options. Well, not quite, but close to it. So we can go left, we can go right. Which of these is more likely to be bonus? Left seems like it should lead us back to where we came from, right? So maybe this is a short... Oh, that's a fight room for sure. Hold on a minute. That is a room that you fight someone in. Let's go the other way then. I feel like a room that you fight someone in is less likely to be bonus. Okay. Inspect. That might be our a tool. No, it's a Materium entry or something. Okay, well, let's just see. Hardened outcrop of Voltridian. I don't think I've ever noticed that icon, actually. Yeah, I don't think we can see it in our inventory. So that's a Materium entry unlock icon. Understood. Let's play the needle in also. We really just want to make sure we play that anywhere you could possibly think to play it. Oh no, it's just electricity. It's fine. As long as you don't swing your needle in at it, you'll be fine. Okay, but now I'm doubting my confidence about that other direction being bonus. Because if this leads to a screen transition, I'm gonna turn back and go do that boss fight also. Hello? That's gonna be a crumbling floor. Yes, it is. I'm dropping into a boss fight for sure. That's what's happening. No? Wait, what? But why? I guess that's our only way back. Oh my goodness, what a silly jump. That's not good. That was not a well-performed, well-timed anything. Oh, don't sit in there. Okay, it's all fine. It's all fine. Yeah, so I think that right path was just for that entry and the way back. So we are meant to come here and do the fight, whatever the fight is. Hello? Volt Virm. Not Wyrm. Virm. Oh, I'm sitting right in there, aren't I? That's awesome. Okay, at least you clearly indicate where the electricity is gonna be. But how am I to hit you? Whoops, I wasn't even looking there. I was looking at the ceiling, because I imagine I can't hit them. Oh, shoot, I don't have a very close bench, do I? I imagine I can't hit them while they're, like, doing the electricity move, right? Because I wasn't able to hit the things on the walls. Like, I imagine touching that with my presumably metal needle in. Needle. Is probably not the best idea, right? Like, that's just gonna deal damage to me, and it's not gonna be a fun time whatsoever. So we want to avoid that. I guess this bench isn't that far away. We could... Whoops. I guess we could go get the bench that's at the tower. Assuming that that one's closer. It seems to be. I don't remember where it is. Like, because like the tower itself, that didn't need a bench, did it? Because it was a dream world, right? And we just like spawn outside it. So why is that? What? Like, where's that bench exactly? Why is there a bench at this tower? Did we also have a battle? Oh, we did have a battle here, but the bench wasn't for the battle. Curious. Let's see. Did you just have a bench to sit on for fun in here? Oh, don't mind if I do. Assuming that the bench is real. Hello? Okay. You know, that is awfully suspicious. Was this bench here just so we could, like, try on a charm that we got from here? Because I think we got the, like, conch shell charm. The one that bounces like the DVD screensaver. Perhaps that's what that was for. Okay, hold on. Before I go get my stuff back, what about you? Like, you are still a cave that is as suspicious as ever, I have to say. Okay, I will play my needle in, even though I'm certain we've already done that here. Does the sand always glow like that? Or did my needle in make it glow? No, it seems like it just does that. There are some glowy sand particles among the non-glowy ones. Whoop, you're not gonna get me. I'm so fast. I can run past all the enemies. Okay, so that's enough of that. Let's make our way back. Yeah, it can even, like, all of these secrets have had a pretty clear vertical glow coming from the secret spot in the ceiling, so that's at least nice. If you pay attention, you can notice them. But so far, with both of these, I have needed something to actually point me in that direction. I can't believe that was too... What am I doing? What is this? We're taking hits for no reason again, just on our way back for fun. Just to make things more exciting, I'm sure. Definitely intentional. Guaranteed. We can just go through here. Let's not waste. No point in stalling. Stalling for safety and to make sure we have health. What a silly idea. Alright, Voltwyrm. Or Voltwyrm. How do I hit you? Because, like, currently you're spooky electricity. Okay, no, I can just hit you. I was afraid of doing that. And I also was kind of just messing it up. But this time we're not doing either of those things. We're not scared and we're not messing up. Well, the plan is... That's the plan anyway. To not mess up. Now, of course, I don't... It's gonna be funny if I get my needle... needle upgrade right after we've beat the last boss that we have to fight in the game. I mean, I guess, okay, we'll need to do Lost Lace for the... Like, to get the ending again later. So I guess we will get to use our needle for that, I mean. We have to go get Mr. Mushroom ending, and of course we have to see the end of the game screen while it shows 100% completion. So it's not like... Yeah, we are guaranteed to get to do at least one boss fight like that. Hello, you are dead. Voltwyrm. Coiled nest of charged worms, assaults intruders with bolts of crackling electricity. Barely a bug and possessing only basic thought, yet instinct alone proved enough to turn it deadly. Yes, only 1 unit of deadly. It only killed me once. Whoa, look at it, glide! That's so cool. I think we've seen some other items do that, but this one also has like a electricity crackling effect. Volt filament. Charged organ from a defeated Voltwyrm can be coiled around thread, imbuing silk skills with electric charge. I might actually want to equip that. Now, I can't help but notice that we are missing one enemy in this area. So, which one of you can I attack? Seemingly not you. It's gotta be someone in here. Oh, I have a cannon. That's right. Whoops, that's not quite it. Wait, that's essentially Vengeful Spirit, isn't it? The way that it stalled me in midair. I think so. Who am I missing? Like, who's the creature that I can damage in here? Whoops, that's not quite how you do anything. Like, I can't pogo this thing down here, can I? Well, I can, but it doesn't damage it. What about you? No, you... Definitely not happening. Unless... What, like I do this? You don't seem to be dying. Is that my tool? Oh, it's my thing. It's like a silk cartridge bouncing. Got it. Okay, but hang on a minute. What about the other Hunter's Journal entry? What? I must be missing something here. Surely it's not going to be another secret area where I'm missing that entry. I don't believe you. That's crazy. Do I need to, like, have the Vault Vessel equipped to kill some of these enemies? That would seem like a very specific thing. I might just need some kind of tool that isn't one of the ones that I have. I could try using a silk skill if I had the silk for it. The thing is, almost nothing in this area seems to give us silk, which is an issue. Okay, right, of course, we can't pogo that. We can pogo the thing on the right. Not the one on the left. Dang it. I'm throwing again. Let's stick on some plasmium. It's gonna be really embarrassing if I run all the way back to New. And then they just tell me to come all the way back here. Because I missed some random coral creature. That's just not... That's not gonna feel very good, but, well, I really don't know what to do. Oh, hold on. That ability probably doesn't work in a sub-area like that, does it now? Alright, beastlings. Take me back. I guess I will go try to see what New tells me now. It very well might end up that we're just... where's Greymore? It very well might... we might end up getting sent right back here. I would not put it past my ability to miss things. Totally possible. It just feels very strange, like surely I was supposed to get that other enemy type from that same hidden area. Unless there really is just another location in there. Oh well. Fortunately, the journey from the Bellway station into here isn't a long one at all. Alright, replenish my plasmium, which we can do just at a bench now. Come to rest here. Yes, it's heavy with beautiful beasts. But what about the next hint? Near the edge of those lands swept by wind and sand. Let's prepare to write this down. Near the edge of those lands swept by wind and sand, New has seen it. A single bug watching, waiting. That sounds like you might be talking about the, like, warrior pinstress. But I don't think you are. Near the edge of those lands swept by wind and sand, New has seen it. A single bug watching, waiting. Too scared was New to crawl close for fear it would wake, and its big blade might mark this perfect shell. For the journal's sake, you should seek the bug up on edge through a tall tunnel hidden by crust. That's awesome that you actually get hints for this. That's a nice little convenience. Hollow Knight did not have anything like that, I believe. Okay. Up on edge through a tall tunnel hidden by crust. Let's go seek them out then. A hard find, that one, but New is not worried. She knows your adult cunning will see you there quick. I'm sure it will, New. Goodbye. That needle swing was just me waving goodbye. I'm sure you understand. That's how we adults, that's how we say goodbye and greet each other. We just swing a massive deadly weapon at each other. If they didn't react fast enough, too bad. You weren't meant to be friends, I guess. It's just a quick way to weed out anyone who you wouldn't want to be friends with anyway. Hold on, so sand. Let's actually think about the hint now. Near the edge of those lands swept by wind and sand, New has seen it. A single bug watching, waiting. Up on edge through a tall tunnel hidden by crust. So it's still related to crust, but I think this one is going to be actually from the blasted steps then. I think we're gonna have to run near the pinstress. Yeah, have we been there with the ascend ability? Because we climbed up here using claw line, right? I don't think we used ascend here, so there might very well be some sort of ascend location somewhere here. I believe I've checked this tunnel with the ascend in mind, though. So it's probably not there. Oh, we still need to buy stuff from Grindel. We mustn't forget that. In fact, I'll write that down. Still need to buy stuff from Grindel. Not Gridnel. That's tough to pronounce even with a typo like that. Grindel. I guess I'll put down Pliny and Frey also, though I don't think I'll be forgetting them. Grindel's just so out of the way over here. Okay, so we go right, then down and left, I think. And we will see. Hold on. Near the edge of those lands swept by wind and sand. Like, technically, you could also be talking about this, but I don't think so. Through a tall tunnel hidden by crust. I mean, if we're passing by, like, next to this room anyway, I suppose I could also check this direction again, even though I feel like I've been here like 3 times. And I somehow doubt that it's going to have anything new for us. I think it's gotta be, like, when they say edge, it's gotta be the left edge, right? Like the actual edge of Harloom also, not just the edge of Blasted Steps, even though, like, this place here technically is also an edge. Because Blasted Steps ends here and becomes a different thing. Tall tunnel hidden by crust. And, like, yeah, you could call this crust, I guess. But it seems to me that so far they've stayed pretty consistent in using the word crust, specifically only in relation to this coral stuff. Although there is coral stuff here. Whoops, I didn't realize that wasn't ground. I should look before I dash headfirst into, well, worm-covered ground with worms who are gonna eat me. Hold on. Well, since there is, like, shell stuff here, should I check? Oh, my goodness. Never mind. Actually, I don't want to be here. Oh, my goodness. Do I have the entry for you? Probably not, right? Oh, my goodness. Wait a minute. I'm on a mission to get rid of all that void stuff, aren't I? So I should probably not fall down all the way here. Hang on a minute. Let's try to defeat this one guy, and then we'll get our health back. Oh, look at that. This is actually a worthy endeavor. We are making progress on the journal. On uneven terrain, their union of flight and range can prove a challenge even for me. Hornet's commenting on the fact that some of the flying enemies in this game really have very rude patterns of flight, or, well, I don't know, just efficient at dealing with me. Efficient at making them hard to catch up to. That's not a good pogo. That's fine. It's fine. Ooh, that was close. I almost got hit by that. I imagine I don't have the entry for the judges. Maybe the reason you want to kill these void clumps, dang it, is that you only get the hunters only if you've killed every single one of them. That might be it. That might be why they're this sort of unique type enemy, you know? Whoops. Let's shoot a tool at you. I don't know how much damage that one actually does. Perhaps not too much. Okay, you are dead. Can I get up here? Fortunately, I had just enough silk for the claw line there. Okay, yeah, I do think that I'm going to just explore to the left. I don't know. Maybe that one room just is nothing. I truly don't know what to try there anymore. Oh, but we do want to ascend to the ceiling near here. Oh, you're kidding me. Get down here. Get over here. I can't get you when you're up there. Well, maybe I could, but it's not going to be easy. So, ascend, ascend, ascend with Gorb. We're going to check everything for suspicious tunnels. Okay, that one on the right doesn't seem to have a suspicious tunnel. You seem to be mostly covered by a funny rock. Again, if we're assuming that crust means specifically coral stuff, then those other arches weren't that suspicious, but this one might be. Okay, nope, this one isn't either. And what direction is the tunnel? Like, is it vertical or horizontal, I wonder? I don't think we were quite told that. We will check every single one of these directions, though. I feel like I did come through here with ascend at one point. Oh, can we go through there? That seemed a bit suspicious. No, not quite. Alright. And maybe I shouldn't be focusing on upwards tunnels. Like, so far all these hidden areas have been upwards tunnels, but perhaps not necessarily. Like, perhaps not everyone is gonna be. Because it's not like this is like a specific set of locations that we need to find as part of a group, right? If that makes sense. Like, these are just locations that I happen to have missed. It's not like, here's like the final side quest of the game where you need to get these 5 hidden areas. Like, that's not what this is. These are random areas that I happen to have skipped past as I went through these areas. Yes, okay. I could charge the thing up here, but I don't think there's any tunnels above me. What about you? Okay, you also seem like you're not hiding anything too crazy from me. Should I ascend here? I don't know. Wait, if I ascend into one of those claw line grapple points, how would that work, I wonder? I imagine I would, well, grapple onto them. But I don't really know. Yeah, what does this place look like now that the pinstress is gone? Can we do anything new here? Are those like antler horns? That's the vibe that they give me. Wait, antler horns. That's a slightly redundant combination of words, isn't it? I should have picked one or the other. Yeah, so we are approaching the location, or the direction that ended up leading me into the Sands of Karak. I think that's straight above us. But then what was to the left, I wonder? The thing is... Whoops. The thing is that, like, surely it's not this path. Like, not the path that is actually in the Sands of Karak, right? Near the edge of those lands, swept by wind and sand, Nu has seen it, a single bug, watching, waiting up on edge, through a tall tunnel hidden by crust. A tall tunnel. Now, is it a horizontal tunnel that has a very high ceiling? Or is it a vertical tunnel that may be thin, but just has a lot of length to it? I don't know. I must have gone this way at some point, right? Or at least tried. In fact, it seems like there isn't anything to do this way. Yeah, okay, you're not meant to go that way. Understood. What if I did anyway, though? A bog watching and waiting. Like, they're not talking about Maskmaker, right? That's not a wind and sand kind of place. That's Mount Fae. Completely different. You're not asking me to go kill the pinstress, are you? I don't think so. And we have defeated the pinstress. So no, that can't be it at all. Okay, maybe I do climb a little bit into the Sands of Karak. I could do that. Hold on, let's just ascend. What am I thinking? We have the ability to soar straight into the sky. Oh, needle-in was out. Or rather, my silk was out. Couldn't use the needle-in. That's fine. Needle-in was out of silk. So, it could be here. Like, this is still near the edge. Just because the hint starts us off in the blasted steps doesn't mean that it necessarily has to be in the blasted steps, this tunnel. Or it could even be, like, I don't know. It's at near the edge, but technically, I guess it could also be somewhere in here. There was a hidden path here, if I recall correctly, somewhere. Oh no, was it here? That's also technically near the edge. We might have to scour this whole direction, but again, this is way better than having to scour the absolute, like, the full breadth and height of the map. Like, it's just, you know... We still have a relatively narrow area compared to the whole map to explore. Oh, which is wonderful. That will simplify things a lot. Hidden by crust, you say? Hidden by crust. Oh, I remember that this thing exists. I don't remember what it said. Coral sways, clear water flows upon a river free of time. Okay, I don't think that helps me currently. But cool, awesome lore tablet there. Wonderful. Yeah, this sure is the Sands of Karak. Well, I guess both this and this look like they could fit a secret in them. And I guess technically also if we headed straight up from where we are currently. So, any of these could be a promising direction to check. Which is unfortunate, because if one of them were more promising than the other, well then I could just check that way. I probably don't have the Hunter Stone entry for these enemies either, do I? Hopefully I'm near them in here. Aw, dang, I'm not at all near them here. Where are they? Yes, one of you is gonna be the crawly guy that I just murdered. Aha, you. I need 2 more. Wonderful. Let's try to do that while we're here. Again, perhaps I should be paying more attention to the enemies that I need, like, full completion entries for. Oh well. So this will also head to the left, right? Yes. I remember I missed the secret the first time I came through here, but then we found it relatively soon after, I want to say. This is a way back, I think. Tunnel hidden by crust. It doesn't say that the tunnel was filled by spikes. And again, I believe we have been to the left here already. So I don't think this is going to be terribly helpful, the direction that this is taking us. But still, if we're here, double checking everything, might as well, actually do so. Whoops. Big old guy to fight, and they're all void moded up. That's a bit scary. Don't get hit by that. Oh my goodness, that was terrifying. Thank you for the Hollow Knight Hawk Cyrex. Please. Okay, we're fine. You should be dead soon. There we go. Whew. Could I ascend through there? Doesn't that... Wait a minute. No, that looks like a tunnel you ascend through. Yes. Oh my goodness. Good thing I came here to check this direction anyway. Okay, I think we found what we were looking for. That is an awfully sneaky secret. I almost didn't spot that even though we knew that we were supposed to be exploring, like, this rough area. That's crazy. Uh-oh. Okay, hold on. I think you're, okay, you're not a boss, I don't think, but you are a somewhat higher level enemy than a regular one. Oh, you're just sitting here? Play needle in? What did news say? Near the edge of those lands, blah, blah, blah. A single bug. Standing, watching, waiting. Okay. Watcher at the edge. Okay, this might be... Oh, interesting. It didn't give us, like, a Kickstarter name. It seemed like this might be a Kickstarter enemy. Like a dedicated enemy to some special Kickstarter backer. Oh! Your nail has quite a lot of reach. It's a bit scary. I would like to heal soon. Ooh, nice parry. Whoa-oh. You're gonna jump up. I see. Hold on. I would like to run away for a moment and heal. Not that we, like, desperately need it at the moment. Oh, that's a nice leap into the air. Hold on. Maybe I shouldn't be pogoing quite this much. We should pogo when it's time to do so. That's a jump move. Okay. Fortunately timed parry. Poorly directed dash on my part. That's a jump. Whew. No, dude, I know when you're gonna do the jump. It's very clearly telegraphed, but somehow I can't bring myself to react to it properly. I could use my plasmium to make sure I survive, but I don't want to. Ooh, that was close. That was scary. Come on, I can heal again. Oh, do your jump and... no. Just as I got enough silk to heal. It's fine. Where is my bench? Ah, that's not too bad. We can run back there real quick. No. I was so close to getting back enough silk to heal. And yeah, I could have used my plasmium, but who wants to do that? I don't know why I have the plasmium on if I'm not going to use it. Hey, it's there in case I do decide that I want to use it. If I suddenly feel the need, we have the option to do so. But right there, I didn't feel the need. I wanted to do it without the plasmium. I wonder how much of this section we could skip with the current set of abilities we have now. Like, could I have skipped all of those platforms somehow? Maybe. Whoops, hold on. We do still need the Hunter Journal entry for you. There we go. Wonderful. Alright, Watcher on the Edge is what you were called, I think. Watcher on the Edge. Lurian the Watcher. Very different kind of Watcher. And this one is certainly not dreaming, even though we did wake it up. Technically, I guess that is a similarity. Hold on. You are gonna get me unless I leave. Unless I leave immediately. Oh my goodness, that was perfectly timed. That's kind of awesome. Okay. Let's go get our cocoon back. We do want our rosaries. Are you just immediately... Okay, you are immediately going at it. That's fine. Okay, you are not actually difficult. I just need to not end up inside those clearly telegraphed jumping attacks. Like, it's like, it clearly tells you when it's gonna do them. Yep. It's just gonna jump out of the sand and it's gonna have a decently big swing when it does it. There we go. That's a jump. Nope. Yep, it is. Wonderful. Pogo you a bit. Whoops. Oh, dash out of the way. I hope you don't mind if I run into that tunnel for a moment. Whoops. I should run and heal. Wait, that's a bad spot. I can't believe you didn't just do a big jump at me there. That would have been a perfect up time to get me. Should I? Whoops, that's not the move I meant to use. Oh. I'm sorry. I shouldn't run into that tunnel. That's cheating. Or well, I don't know. Maybe it's not even cheating. Maybe it's worse for me than it is for you. Oh, I can heal up here unless you do a big jump right now. That's fine. You give me time to heal. How kind of you. Whoops. Hello. Do a big jump. Wonderful. Look at your big boy jump. Oh, that's not a properly done pogo. Oh well. Big jump. Yes, look at you go. Aha, first stagger. I imagine you might level up your attacks now. Probably. Though so far I'm not noticing anything too new. What? But that was meant to be a pogo. I just didn't. The pogo didn't happen. That's fine. Who even needs to pogo? Run, Hornet! You're gonna get sliced in half. Perhaps even more pieces, if you're unlucky. I don't know how you get sliced in more than 2 pieces with, like, just one blade, but... Hey, they might do two real quick swings. Or, like, one swing might get, like, you know, split your body in half and then it'll also separately split off a limb or something. I don't know. What a fun topic of conversation, to be honest. I don't know why I'm talking about this. Ugh. All I was trying to say was that Hornet was about to get hit there, and it was scary. Up, big ol' jump. I'm surprised you didn't get a new move in this, like after the stagger. But I guess it's the typical kind of stagger that isn't like a change from a phase. Typical Hollow Knight stagger. That just means that you've done like a certain amount of hits or something. Oh, not that you've made a certain amount of progress in the fight. Whew. Hold on, I'm gonna go heal. Hopefully you don't do a big boy jump right now. Okay, that was a big enough jump. The boy was big enough. The boy whose jump this was. I must run. It's fine. Everything's fine. Oh, I love the way some of the enemies just block your attacks in Silksong. It's very fun. Oh, I must get hit, I guess. I don't know. That's what I did. So it probably was what I needed to do. You are dead. Slightly embarrassing that I got... Like, there's no boss that I... Oh, maybe you're not dead. There's no boss that I can first try. It's always like, okay, even if it's a pretty easy one, it takes me at least 2. That's kind of sad. Oh, no. This is also sad. You just crumbled. Okay. Gray memento. Ooh, awesome. That means we're at 6 out of 8 mementos. That's exciting. Let's check you, and then we check the entry. Gray memento. Engraved crust stone, worn by sand and blanched by time. Watch, remember, till time, life anew. The memento can be displayed in a home. Kind of unfortunate that we defeated you. I guess we did it all for new. Watcher at the edge. Whoops. Old warrior guarding the border of their domain, stiffened by time and awoken by song. They held long at their vigil, far beyond the age of their brethren, yet still when roused they swung their blade with remarkable ease. Yeah. Is this like one of the Crust Warriors. I guess it does look slightly similar to them, so it was probably part of the same culture. It's not like a whole separate civilization that only has this one remaining member here. Okay, well, I think that was likely all that there was to this area. But we should do our due diligence. I'm trying to ascend, Hornet, please. Not clawline. Ascend. No ceiling above us. Probably not much of a ceiling above here either. Never mind, I am a liar and a scoundrel. I imagine there's nothing here. This is just gonna bring us to the edge of the screen again, and that's that. Yep, okay, cool. But we checked. We checked. It seems that that's all this area has to offer us. Well, I do think that should be the coral area done, at least as far as the enemy entries are concerned. So I am slightly worried that we didn't find a single tool in either of these hidden coral areas. We found other stuff, which is good. We got our enemy entries, and we also got a memento, and we got, what, like a materium entry? Sure. That's good. We want those also. It's just slightly concerning, because then what do I do about the tools? Where do I find the tools? Because we bought everything from Tubular Armor, right? And now we're missing one tool of, like what? One blue type tool, one yellow type tool? I think that's what's going on. And we have all the red ones. So that's pretty, Well, we'll see. I'm honestly... Yeah, I'm worried about the tools, and I'm worried about the ornate key. And I guess the spool fragment. No, spool shard. No, spool fragment. That's what it's called. Mask shards and spool fragments. Should be easy to remember, but apparently I'm struggling with it. Hello, New. New hints. Give me a new hint, please, New. A wise young New. The world has grown much dangerous, but still we must learn. Cut through the black threads. Yes, but hint. New, you bastard. I need a hint. Excuse me. I have 2 things left in my journal to get, or actually, no, 4 things. But I want to know about these. Because white word, I think I know. But what about you two? It seems to me that I should go explore, like, what? Shellwood or the marrow for these? But I'm not sure. Nu, are you sure you don't want to give me a hint? Nu, you bastard! Excuse me. Yes, it's every beast great and small. How about you help me find them? Okay, well, whatever. Maybe these are like a special, like, I don't know. I imagine there are some enemies that Nu doesn't just doesn't give you any hints for. Like, I don't know. If you were missing Lost Lace or something, Nu probably wouldn't say anything about that. I don't know. Maybe they would. But yeah, currently I'm thinking either I've just asked for too many hints too fast, like maybe they want you to explore the world a bit before you can get another hint, or maybe these are a special type of enemy that Nu just doesn't give you hints for. We need like 600 something for the needle upgrade, don't we? I probably should have checked. I guess a good place to grind for rosaries is the Citadel. The bugs there are rich, so maybe we should just attack a bunch of enemies in quick succession and steal all their lunch money. Let's go do that. Grand Beltway. I guess the judges in Blasted Steps might also have money. But hey, guess what? I already traveled to the Grand Beltway. I'm not about to turn around now. And exploring the Citadel is probably also a good idea overall, because we would like to see more second Sentinel encounters. Hello? Any enemies? Wake up, please. And we would like... Well, I don't know. We're missing the ornate key. And there's no, like, guarantee that it has to be in the Citadel. But I think the Citadel is a decently likely location for it to be found. Again, like, it's not a guarantee. Sometimes a key for a location is found in a completely different part of the map. Like, I don't know, the Love Key in Hollow Knight. You don't find that near where you use it. And, like, the Key of Apostate in Silksong. We also found that in, like, what, Putrefied Ducts or something, and it's for the slab. But at the same time, the Surgeon Key that we used to enter Whiteward in the first place, that was found, like, pretty close by in the Citadel, so, like, perhaps perhaps I am missing something obvious around here. And, well, as a lovely little bonus, or perhaps even the main point, we get to hear the gorgeous Choral Chambers music. Well, I guess we don't if I exit it. What am I doing? Let's not exit it. Let's go back. Actually, or maybe let's not. I feel like the... No, let's go back. This hallway right here. I feel like there are parts of this that I haven't explored as thoroughly as I should have. Or like, I don't know. I feel like there are parts of this hallway that I only passed through the first time that I ever came here. Like specifically that part with the rotating bit. I don't know that I've ever explored that part since. So I think it's probably a good idea. Go ahead and give this another look as we're grinding these enemies. Yeah, and what's this? Was there anything here ever? I guess this enemy was here before it got killed by Void. That's probably an answer to that question. Whoops! Let's not fall into the spikes. Hornet, come on. You, like, you spent part of your childhood in the Pale Palace, I'm sure. Or what? In the White Palace, not the Pale Palace. Surely you can deal with a little bit of spike platforming. It is very funny that there's, like, you know, pale things and white things in Hollow Knight have pretty similar meanings, but it's, like, I don't know. I always try to make sure I use the correct term, because you have, you know, you have the Pale King, it's not the White King, and you have the White Lady, it's not the Pale Lady, and you just, like, have to keep the terms straight. Even though they're so similar, and they're both, like, they both essentially mean these, like, higher divine beings. And it's kind of tricky remembering them. Look at this platform, it's just asymmetrical now, because a part of it's been torn off. Where am I? Vaults. I think it's been an age since I went through this entrance as well. What do these pins indicate? This. Because, like, this isn't like a... If I look at the sign, I think craftsman, like a pin craftsman's workshop or something. But this is like the theater, isn't it? Like the choir is to the right. Somewhere around here. Am I wrong? Right, this is a shortcut, and it had like a mask card or some sort of secret up here. I remember opening this up, actually. Yes, and then we came through here, and we did like a puzzle. I mean, surely I didn't miss a secret here, right? I wouldn't. He says, probably running away from precisely the secret that they need. Oh well. Alright, that's just gonna... It's just... Well, that's just how it's gonna go sometimes, I guess. I don't know. You can't never turn away from any path that you think is useless. Then again, I don't know. I was close to turning away from... What? Yeah, from this path here. Because I thought we'd already explored it. And we had, just not thoroughly enough, it seems. Wait, why am I rotating that right now? We don't need it rotated. No. It got rotated, idiot. No. Oh well. So, is there anything that I've missed around these parts? Because yeah, like specifically this location, like above this rotaty bit. I don't know when I was last here. I think it really was just the first time that we passed through. But also, I don't know if it really hides anything too important for us. What was this way? Oh, this is the room with the silk stuff. Ah, but the bug who used to fix this isn't here anymore. That might be because we killed them, or it might be because it's Act 3 now. I'm not sure. We can head to the right, and that just leads straight to Songclave. I think we have gone through this path several times. I don't need to go that way, actually. I don't think this corridor has any enemies in it. And it's unlikely to have the second sentinel show up. Memoriam could maybe have something. This was a marker for what? Just a suspicious room, I think? There was a very suspicious lake room in Memoriam. Somewhere over here. Maybe it was just meant to be a pretty serene room. Which it certainly was. Like, I mean, it was a pretty serene room. I just don't know if that was its only purpose. Where might I encounter second sentinel? I feel like I should have noted down all the locations where Garment and Zaza showed up. To fight enemies in the Citadel. Because I feel like it's decently likely that the second sentinel will just show up in all the same locations. Because, like, isn't it the case that Garment and Zaza and the Green Prince both showed up in the same locations, like the same kinds of rooms to fight enemies in? I could be wrong. It might just be that the rooms are similar, because it's like, you know, it's the freaking Citadel. A lot of the rooms are similar here, because this is just the general area that we're in. You just got shot with a gun in a Hollow Knight game. How do you feel about that? Bet you weren't expecting that. Okay, so high halls, we can go there. Do we want to? I don't know. I'm sure the chorister enemies would drop a decent amount of rosaries. I should really pay attention to how many rosaries I'm getting from each of these. Okay, well, you wouldn't give me much, I'm sure. So let's not fight you. But you, though? Probably not very much. But a little. You can give me a couple rosaries, can't you? Oh! Okay, that was a slightly scary pogo. Well, scary only in the sense that I might have taken one whole hit of damage. That's crazy. You want to watch out for that. Well, you don't really. It honestly doesn't matter at all. Yeah, so I don't think this is a very fast way of grinding money, but that's fine. Because we can just say that... Oh, I should have picked those up. We can just say that we're also exploring the Citadel, which we are. As I said, we would like to find the second Sentinel somewhere here, performing another battle with some of these possessed people. Yes, bring your rosaries to me, go ahead. Is there anything this way? All right, this is the path that opens up. Okay, actually, I remember the situation. Very familiar situation with me trying to fight this enemy in the tunnel. Let me actually think, because where did we see the second Sentinel? I feel like it was like around here, maybe? Because I remember on the delivery quest we encountered someone. Yeah, perhaps I should descend down through this room actually, rather than trying to climb up. Let's try to head that way. Oh, hello. I mean, we can kill you along the way. Although you, as an enemy, remind me a little bit of Sherma. I guess it might just be your voice. It feels a bit sad killing you. Yeah, so which way? Yeah, I think it is the room below us. Should I perhaps sit on this bench? I guess why not? We can fight these enemies along the way. I wonder if these void enemies drop more rosaries? It wouldn't really make sense for them to. Because, like, you know, it's just the same kind of enemy. It's just now infected by void. But in terms of, like, game design, a more difficult enemy should probably drop more rewards. So I wonder which one they went with. Did they make it make sense in the lore, or did they make it make sense in terms of difficulty progression? Or, well, difficulty balancing. You know what I mean. Hard enemy drop more money. Did they do that or not? Who knows? I mean, in general, they of course did. Like, these enemies are certainly a bit more involved than, like, the regular enemies that you fight in the Marrow. Like, early game, or in Bone Bottom, or whatever. Okay! Dude, I'm throwing horribly. Good thing I sat on this bench just now. Ugh! This is... oh my goodness. I'm timing my pokers horribly. You'd think that we... dang it. You'd think that we'd be a bit okay at aerial combat after we just bounced on a whole bunch of fleas for some minigames. But evidently not. No, did you just drop all your loot into spikes? That's crazy. Horribly spiteful of you. I'm just murdering you for all your belongings. Oh well. We are pretty close. We're pretty close to having enough money for the needle upgrade. We might actually be there. It was something around, like, over 600. I think it might be like 640. So we're not fully there. But as I said, not far away. Not far away at all. Whoa, 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 whoa. Stop with the needle throwing, or pin throwing. Whatever. The thing that you throw, stop throwing it. Oh! Sad situation for me. Okay, one of you is dead. The other one will be soon, thank you. Yes, I'm fighting you very poorly and recklessly, but we have so much health that it doesn't matter, which is a bit sad. Oh, hello. Let's get a bit of damage in on you. We should use the silk skills more. I'm doing a terrible job at actually taking advantage of the abilities that I have. That's fine, that's gonna happen sometimes. Hopefully I remembered correctly the room that I encountered Garmin in. There were a lot of them, of course. It's just, I know it was somewhere on the path of the courier quest. You are not the second sentinel, nor being murdered by the second sentinel. Only people who are the second sentinel or being murdered by them at the moment should talk to me. Can I ascend through here? I don't think so. But I shall check, just in case. As I said, or as I pointed out, the locations that we can ascend to usually have like a vertical shaft of light falling through them, even if it is quite faint. So I don't think there's too much of a point in me just random... Wait, where the hell is this going? This isn't on the map, but I feel like I have been here. This doesn't strike me as a completely new direction. But then... Wait, who the hell's this? Is that just someone above? It might be. Okay, it is just someone above. That might just be like a convenient path to get around now that this wall has collapsed in. Or this wall has been created by a ceiling collapse or something. I don't know. This might not have even been a wall before. In any case, we can just pass through down there. Hello. You are not the second sentinel either, I can't help but notice. What a funny death noise. Alright. Whoa! You can also dash up a ledge like that? That's awesome. I had no idea you had such a skill. Oh well. No second sentinel in here, but I do think that was the correct room, though. Okay. Well, why not? I will travel back to the Grand Beltway. I think we might have enough money now. I could be wrong about that. We will travel there. We will go to Belheart. We will get a needle upgrade. And then we will have at least made Well, I don't know. We already did make progress today, but I would like to get an achievement today. Last stream, we didn't actually get an achievement. The needle was, like... I don't know. We almost got the needle, and that would have been the achievement, but we just didn't have the money. Okay, let's go to Belhart, and hopefully... I guess I didn't actually check the amount of money that I got, but surely we must be close. If we're not quite there, we can maybe get some from our money generator at our house. 766. Wow. Okay, no, we passed 600. That's awesome. Let's go do that. Again, I don't know what we still need from Grindel. But there certainly is something to buy there, at least, I think. Hello. Well, now, you have the oil traveler. Allow me to bring about a shine bright as none before. And I finally have the money. Oh, it was 680. Good thing I didn't show up with 640, which was what I thought we needed. Well, I don't know. I thought I remembered needing it. Turns out it was a little bit more. Is the cutscene the same every time? I'm not sure. I think it is. I haven't noticed any difference. Alright. Will the hive, like honeycomb pattern, still remain on it, I wonder? Needle sharpened. That blade, by claw, it is done. Sharper than this, Pinmaster would have believed achievable. Shining, pale, and clear. Bonva, stranger, you have granted my wish, and more. Your blade is accomplishment to match those of great Pinmasters past. Parloom may ail, but throughout its morbid dim, your needle will shine bright. Indeed. That blade, by claw... Okay, yes. Wonderful. Do you sing anything about it? Like, about having crafted the best blade? Sharper, sharper, can't you see? Will work and serve until we fall. Okay, I think that's all the same. Okay, there is the honeycomb pattern still, but this time it's not... It doesn't have a tint of, like, a honey color to it. Pale steel needle. Long sewing tool uniquely balanced for combat. The hive steel blade has been sharpened to its ultimate form. And no achievement. Oh, but look at the percentage! 97. We've gotten 2 percentage points today. That's pretty huge. That's pretty awesome. I'm happy with that. Who knows? Could we get to 100% today? I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know how long I plan to stream. I truly don't know what we're gonna do. Let's get some money. Okay, that's not a huge amount, but it is an amount. Let's place our memento in here. Let's go do that. I wonder which slot it'll go in. The first one, was it? No. Yeah, it was the first one. Grey memento. Engraved crust-stone, worn by sand and blanched by time. Watch, remember, till time, life anew. Okay, and then we have 2 mementos left. It would be awesome if we could find all of them without any external hints. Hopefully we manage. Should I go back to New and just see... Wait, where the hell is Chakra? Hang on a minute. Hey, what have you all done with Chakra? Okay, Chakra might just be outside fighting. Like, maybe if I ran to the right here, I would just find her defending the village. That would be a cool encounter to see. Yeah, look, it is Chakra here. Hello. Seek swift to calm our crying land, hornet-wielding needle, and know that I shall remain here to stand against these husks gone dark. That's awesome. Can you sing? We haven't... It's been ages since we heard Chakra sing, actually. We need to have a bit of a singing section. Still I stand until the end. You're awesome. I guess I'm running manually to the halfway home. I guess we're doing that. Do I have the entry for these scissor enemies? Perhaps. I wonder if we get to do anything else with the Great Yarnaby. Or is it just like, you've done the curse quest and that's it? Oh, I also believe there's like a cursed ending. I wonder if that's related... Oh, dang it. I wonder if that's related to the whole... the whole freaking Greyroot storyline. Like, and if I can't get it now, I'd have to get it another playthrough. Like, you get cursed and then you stay that way till the end. Maybe. Dreg Catcher. Bug charged to catch dregs of silk that fall from the citadel, will attack with its staff if provoked. These bugs look to have spent every waking moment of their work. Grim, endless labor in service of the unseen citadel above. Indeed. Well, that seems to be true for a lot of enemies around here, to be fair. Whoa, my goodness, I didn't realize these arced like that. I didn't know they were affected by gravity. Whoops, that was a horribly timed pogo. Whoa, I dashed in the correct direction by accident. Okay, well, I'm doing terribly at this fight. That's fine, though. We have the health to mess around. Well, we do for now anyway. Okay, wonderful. We almost didn't. Almost wasted far too much there. Ah, rosary's gonna get me? It wasn't gonna. I would have made it through, but I stopped for it. This is the incorrect direction to go in. Oh well. How does Shirma-san go again? Those lyrics are impossible to remember. I can't do it. Faritula simanet, tuni puanavorinet. Dana fansulebong. Hello, Nu. Give me a hint. Scroll is heavy with beautiful beasts. Yes, what about a hint? You hate me, Nu, and you don't want to see me complete the journal, clearly. Okay. I feel like this would have been enough time for Nu to, like, give us another hint if it had been time-based, or, like, you have to go run around and do some other stuff before you get another hint. So I don't think Nu plans on doing any of that. That is unfortunate. Nu, you were kind of my main hope for guiding me towards the rest of the stuff that I'm missing. Unfortunate. Actually, hold on. Do we think... Like, what is the stuff that Grindel sells? Are our last tools that we're missing, are they just, like, what Grindel has? Maybe I don't need to be worrying about the tools too much. Maybe even the final spool fragment? Okay, I'm hearing... I heard knocking, but I think that's, like, builders. And, not, related to me at the moment. I don't think it's something that requires my attention. I think it's a hammer hitting something somewhere. But that sounds so close. My goodness, hold on. I'm gonna go check just in case. I don't know, I think it's nothing. Like, there's a whole bunch of construction going on around here. It's just, that sounded so close. Like, it... I could hear it through my headphones as it was right next to me. That was interesting. I guess the sound waves were performing me a funny prank. So, hold on, where am I? Where did I travel to? I didn't travel anywhere yet, it seems. Cool, got it, understood. We will travel back to the Blaster Steppes yet again. Third time we're traveling there with the Bellway today. Sorry, Bellways. You might be thinking that I should just make up my mind and finish all my business here in one go. But you know what? Maybe I just wanted to spend time with you, Bellways. How about that, How do you feel about that? Okay, so I don't imagine I can actually afford the stuff that Grindel sells right now. But I would like to see what the prices are and what the things are that you sell. Okay, Spool Fragment, it is here. Psalm Cylinder is also here. Thief's Mark, and one of the... Yeah, so one of the tools is also here. Wonderful. So that takes care of a lot of the stuff that we need still. Well, since I can afford that Psalm Cylinder, I think I will buy that. We will go back to the Citadel. We will go talk to Cardenas. And then we can, I don't know, I guess grind for some more rosaries there. Actually, hold on. Let me write down how much money you need. Hold on. So we got the thing from Pliny. Frey still sells. I think that's horribly expensive. Grindel... 350 plus 680. And that's going to be, what, 1,030? That's not actually super cheap. Okay. That is 1,030, right? Should be. Okay, well. That means we need, as far as we currently know, we have we have slightly more than 2,000 rosaries worth of stuff to spend our money on. And nowhere near that many rosaries. I mean, okay, I guess I could I could shatter these, but that, like, basically gets me to 1,000, it seems. And not all that much more. That's unfortunate. Back to Belheart then, and to grind more rosaries? I guess. Yes. I do wish Nu gave me some hints, but... I don't know. Wait, hold on. No, not back to Belheart. What the hell? No, Citadel. Citadel is where I want to go. Sorry, Bellbeast. I'm here to bother you yet again. Sorry, they both have Bell in their name. Grand Bellway and Belheart. I took the wrong Bell location. That's fine. I'm sure the Bellway Beast doesn't mind being forced to run all over the world. I think they're quite happy to see me, actually. Okay, so... Underworks. We shouldn't run to the Underworks. They don't have a lot of money there, I imagine. Yes, it is a bit unfortunate that we mainly only have grinding stuff left to do. As usual, the fact that I lost... Well, okay, we haven't really lost that many rosaries, have we? Like, maybe at most a total of 1,000 rosaries, which I guess is like precisely the amount that we might need right now. But like in general, I don't think we've died too much. I think we lost all our rosaries like 3 times total. And like at least one of those times we didn't have very much. We had like 100 or so. So I don't think we've lost too many rosaries. But it looks like that's just enough to make me have to grind close to the end of the game. But that's fine. That's probably likely to happen anyway. And at least we haven't found anyone who asks us for like 15,000 rosaries. So unlike Hollow Knight, we haven't found anyone quite that greedy. Like, yeah, people love talking about how like, oh, Silksong's like entire message is about like how everything needs rosaries, and it's all like a criticism on capitalism, which like I'm sure it is. But with all that, they still don't have anyone who asks you for quite as much money as freaking Divine does in Hollow Knight. So isn't that interesting? Right, of course you don't drop rosaries, because why should you? Hold on, actually, this room. Have I fully inspected this for secrets? Okay, well, to be fair, I'm not really seeing anything to be too suspicious about here. Have I hit that lever? I probably have. Don't know what it did, but I'm sure it did something terribly useful. It might have just opened this door to the left, actually. This might have been a way back into this room. Okay, well, I guess I'll go sit on that bench again. Wasn't this like a pretty okay spot to grind enemies at? Like, how many rosaries do you drop? I don't know. Maybe those big guys up above would be better. But we also need to take into account, like, how simple the enemy's movement is. Hold on. This is certainly a location where we should be using our skill skills, right? Yeah. Like, what if I just ran to this bench and back out and use my silk skill? Because we even get, like, a regen of it at the bench, don't we? Yeah. As long as this stuff just doesn't fall into the spikes, we should be pretty okay. So we just do that, and, okay, that's not really that many rosaries. Maybe I kill some more enemies. I don't know. This is probably not a very efficient place for grinding, actually. But it's not like I've got a better one, you know, laid out currently. So we got, like, what, 50 rosaries in slightly over 1 minute is what that attempt probably was. That's not great. It's not terrible either. 3.6 rosaries. Uh-oh. I didn't sit on the bench long enough to get any silk from my thing. Okay, one of you is gonna get hit by that. I really thought the upper one would die. I guess they're both void enemies this time. You see, this is why I would like if void enemies gave me more health. Or what? More rosaries. Because they take longer to kill. They have more HP. You are a void enemy also. Damn. They only make the void enemy model of every enemy these days. Terrible, horrible. Oh my goodness. I think I just accidentally blinked off of that with my needle. Which, I mean, is good for me. I just didn't do it intentionally. There we go. I guess we're going through the whole room, getting enemies. Why not? We'll also get you. You're feeling left out down here, I'm sure. Okay, and what, then I climb all the way up? Maybe this is a location where you might want to exit out of the game and re-enter. Well, that also seems like it would take long. Oh, maybe I should just needle it. Like, could I silk soar straight up through that gap? Maybe. Again, it might be better if you didn't fall all the way down. Like, it might be faster if you just kill these two and then go to the bench straight away, because then you waste less time on just doing some silly climb. Okay, use that. Wonderful. Don't drop your rosaries in the spikes. And, like, I don't know, maybe doing a career quest would be more efficient? I just didn't pick up any of those rosaries. That's... Wait, I don't even need to sit on the bench, do I? Is that real? Are you sure about that? That will speed things up even more. Like, let's say I do that, and then... okay, but you are dead. You are a void enemy and you don't respawn? Is that the way of it? I think so. Interesting that this flying one respawns even though I would have continued... what? Even though I would have considered this one to be, like, probably the more challenging one, right? Curious. Okay, wait for the stuff. Oh, almost didn't wait, but that's fine. There we go. If we get a little bit of silk each attempt, then that's fine. We can just keep sort of running back in and out. Although, I don't know, 14 rosaries for each kill isn't exactly a lot. Whoops. Oh, I'm throwing horribly. That's fine. We're gonna be doing that sometimes. Yeah, so then Grindel needed 350 for one. Oh, and 680 for the other. This is really not a very efficient method of grinding, I think. Uh-oh. No, and I dropped some rosaries in the spikes just then. One whole rosary! You are kidding me. Okay, no. We don't want to be grinding rosaries like this. I think I should just be running around the citadel. as we were doing before. Oh my goodness, it didn't even die from that. That's crazy. Stop parrying everything. That's awfully rude of you. Okay, so this bottom one seems to be like guaranteed to be a void enemy, but this top one is just sometimes randomly changed into a void one. That's kind of interesting. Okay, I think I will not be sitting at this bench for grinding. I'll actually run around the citadel, maybe? I don't know. But where do I even run to? We did just sort of explore the whole thing, didn't we? Maybe I should ascend instead? Like go up left? Maybe I'll do that. I don't know. I'm very undecided. We have reached probably the like least exciting part of going for 100% in a game. But that's fine. Wait, who am I hearing? Oh no, it's just that big old enemy again. I swear, every time I hear you, I think you're some kind of more significant enemy. Or not even an enemy. Sometimes I think it's an NPC or something. A friendly one, that is. I guess. It's kind of weird that, like, enemies... Like, when you say NPC, you usually don't mean an enemy. You mean someone you can talk to and, like, interact with. Even though the enemies are also non-playable characters, right? But I guess maybe the character part is important. That, like, like, the term originates from a time where, like, random enemies weren't even characters. They were just, like creatures in the world that are fodder for you, or, like, random goblins or something. So you don't... Like, they didn't tend to be actual characters. That might be it. And I guess these ones also aren't necessarily characters. I guess it depends on how you think about it a bit. Oh, well. What's this way? I don't remember this path whatsoever. Might we have a battle here? Ooh, we have a void clump. I'll take that. I don't think those give us any rosaries, but... Whoa, okay, hold on. Let's do a bit of a silk skill. I think that's a pretty useful silk skill. Too bad it's like the last one that you can get. Oh my goodness, I am throwing horribly. It's fine. We're allowed to throw horribly. You are not. You must throw your needle quite well, or you will die. Let's heal. I was gonna dash right there, and I tried, I swear. Oh my goodness. I am throwing horribly again. What? Did you see that ledge grab? I, like, pogoed past the platform, and then it spawned. And then I ledge grabbed from the, like, direction that I was... Like, I was moving away from the platform, but I ledge grabbed. That's kind of cool. Very cool that that happened. Alright, hello. Whoa, let's start that. Maybe I throw some stuff at you, How do you feel about that? I should be using my tools because I'm running... Or I have too many shell shards again. Constant issue in this game. I just have so many shell shards, I don't know what to do with them. That would be helped if I used my tools more. I've tried ascending in this room, right? I must have done. Although that is very suspicious. I've been here, surely. I think we must have dropped down to this room from here. Yeah, this is even filled in on our map. That would have been a crazy secret if that were how you were meant to find it from below, though. Right. Okay, what's this room, then? No, I don't want to fight you. You're just like a tiny little drape mite. What about you? Any secrets in here? No, none of these look like ceilings I could ascend into. Is this? No, this isn't the room where we did the parkour challenge in. There's no way. No, that was a different one. We already were in it. It's more to the right of the citadel. What's this, then? Did we do? Ah, yeah, it is one of these. One of the Conquer card puzzles. Wait, what about What about what about ascending through this room, Nothing. No, nothing whatsoever is up there. Wonderful. Well, that's great. I love how these platforms have pendulums under them that, like, indicate when they're gonna switch. I think it just looks good. I think I commented on this once before, the first time we were here. Well, I didn't mean to land on that platform. Okay, well, we clearly got something from here. Oh! Enemies show up behind us when we try to explore this room, it seems. That's fine. I'm not exactly doing a good job of grinding for rosaries, but... oh well. This has a lot of silk dispensers. Is there, like... Is there something I meant to do with these? Because so far it really does seem like they're mostly for lore purposes. Because you're not gonna, like, go here and pay rosaries for silk. It seems like a very silly move. I don't know if anyone who would want to do that. I guess you could be in a situation where you, like, desperately need health. And you're not close to a bench, and you have the rosaries to buy a little bit of silk. I guess I could imagine that situation, but most of the time you're just not gonna want to do that, I would guess. I don't know. This whole direction seems a bit it feels like I'm wasting time right now. We got the mask from here, right? Or the thing that we heard through the wall, I mean. We like took this path. We must have done. I remember we like found a path up through here. And then this would have let us past. And then we got whatever was here. Yeah, okay, so we've done this. That's good. No, you're not trapping me in here. Get back here. Give me the path. Not the path of pain. Or I mean, actually do give me that if you have it. I don't think you do. Oh, you're not gonna hit. Shoot projectiles at me while I'm shooting projectiles at you. That's awfully rude. What, did none of you die from that? I'm sorry, I shot my like strong silk skill attack at you. That's crazy. Okay. No second sentinel in here either. Have I tried ascending through these ceilings? Probably. I don't think they would lead me anywhere, but given that we are so desperately scouring the place for secrets, why not? I guess we're not necessarily looking for secrets right now. We're mostly just looking for the second sentinel and trying to get money. That's slightly different. Not actually scouring for secrets whatsoever. Even though I wouldn't mind finding a secret if one happens to show up in our path. Okay, that seemed like a very suspicious high ceiling area, but seems to have nothing for us. This is like a secret direction, or not a secret direction, it's like a side path. A bonus direction. I'm gonna die in a very silly manner. I jump up here and I heal. How forgiving of you to just let me run away and heal like that. Wow, and I didn't even need any of the heals. That's also pretty cool. Ooh, look at that. Free silk. Don't mind if I do. Those are some pretty large silk spools. I don't think our base game, like, I don't think our silk spool that we start the game with could even fit all of that. Oh my god, it's the funny eyebrow enemies. Those might not have been eyebrows, but it sure looks like eyebrows when they're in that sitting dead pose. Okay. I guess if nothing else, we are at the very least slowly getting some rosaries. So if nothing else comes of this citadel, I can't speak. That's not news to anyone. If nothing else comes of this citadel visit, that will at least be something. I don't think this lower room at the Grand Gate, that probably doesn't even have any enemies. I don't know that we'd have anyone to fight there. But you know what? Actually, why not? While we're here, let's go in there. Maybe the second sentinel just decided to take a nice little break at the gate. I think it has been a while since we've been near the Grand Gate, so you know what? Why not? Let's go take a look. What's this way? Or what was this way, rather. I somehow don't imagine that there's anything left here for us to find. And indeed, I found nothing. Grand Gate. Oh, hello. You're a big old enemy. Well, I don't know about old. But you sure are an enemy, and quite large. Ooh, you've been shot with my cannon. My cannon that I just carry around on me, on my arm. No big deal. My arm cannon. Oh! I didn't pogo fast enough. I was trying to, but I didn't. That's gonna happen sometimes. Ooh, another void clump. That's something. Oh, nice one. Nice parry. How about I hit you once more? There we go. I figured that should be the last one. You know what? Who even needs to heal? I'll just shoot some projectiles at you. Hey, stop taking inspiration from my attack. Excuse you. Okay, wonderful. I've been here almost certainly. Check this corner, check that corner. But I guess not in Act 3, because this clump was still alive. Or maybe I just didn't have the time or the interest to fight it when we last saw it. Hold on, Great Gate, but where's the climbing room? Isn't there like a whole room that you climb up? Like the one where I didn't figure out that you can hit the platforms from below and that adjusts the scales? Interesting, because this room certainly isn't that one. I thought that was where we were going. Okay, and this is the bench that leads to the underworks. Oh no, this is like... Okay. Yeah, we're not quite there yet. This is how we exited from there, actually. Yeah, this is how we got into here. Right, this is not actually the Grand Gate room. Well, that's fine. I would like to go visit that too. Even though I don't really expect to find anything there. Okay. Like, there aren't any enemies here even, I believe. Let's see if... Oh, dang it. Let's see if I believe correctly. Which I think I do, otherwise I wouldn't believe it. This is not where we just dropped down from. But I think we probably have been here, question mark? I don't see what would have stopped me from getting here. Yeah, in fact, this almost definitely held an item that I picked up. Unless, can we ascend through here? No. It's always so exciting when you see the needle actually go past the ceiling. And then you know you've found a secret. It's going somewhere and it's gonna bring you up. That little crevice in the ceiling and the needle actually goes through it. Now that's an exciting time. Anything new in the last judge room? And where the fleas used to be? No, not really. Things seem quite empty and uneventful here, unless... Hold on. Ascending through these rooms, does that seem promising whatsoever? I don't think so. Not even in the suspicious crumbly spot. Does this room... Okay, doesn't have a high enough ceiling. I like how we can like almost see what feels like the outdoors area here. Like look at the crazy amount of distance that is in the background. Like this is a large room. Perhaps one of the largest that we've ever been in the game. I mean, okay, that might not be true. We've been in like outdoors areas, like in the Marrow? No. In the far fields, there was like a huge area with a lava fall in the background. So I guess those might also be like large expansive areas, but it's just interesting. We're like outdoors in that location here. And I guess Shieldwood's also outdoors, but they always feel relatively confined as areas. Not as in like they're small areas with not much to do or explore in them, but in the sense that you don't feel like you're in this vast expanse of outdoors area, is I guess what I'm trying to say. But that room right there, that sure feels like it. These walls are suspiciously broken, but I think they've always been that way. And I've been suspicious about them before, and nothing's come of that. Oh, I don't feel like running anywhere right now. Let's call the Bellway Beast. I wonder how much money we got. We didn't find the second Sentinel anywhere. Oh, hold on. I said I was going to go to Cardenas, though. Let's go do that. This will be a more convenient path, though, taking our Ventrica over here. Okay, and then we go up the stage and then upright. Okay, wonderful. We've been there somewhat recently, but of course then we hadn't bought the Psalm Cylinder. And that is our second to last Psalm Cylinder, isn't it? We need one more after that. I don't know where I would find that. Probably not. Like, we probably won't get another one from Grindel. So it might just be sitting somewhere in the Citadel or elsewhere. Have we only found Psalm Cylinders in the Citadel? I was gonna say yes, but then we got one from Grindel, not in the Citadel. So I don't know about that. But of course, well, Grindel has been in here. So maybe Grindel just found it here. And in general, you can't find them outside the Citadel? Could be. Could very well be. I guess we'll find out. Whether on our own or by eventually giving up and looking it up. Which I'm not ruling out whatsoever. Man, we're so fast. I wonder how slow you are without the silk speed anklets. Probably not too much slower, but I do wonder if it would bother me if I took them off. Oh, hello. I probably don't have entries for you, like these types of enemies. And I'm sure they give a decent amount of rosaries. I like how that, like this big-headed guy, spear-headed guy, I like how they like slid backwards on the ground there. That was interesting. Looked slightly silly. Oh, big crawly guy. Yeah, you. Let's fight you. Let's fight you just a tiny bit. Let's activate the projectile attack. No, those hit the platform. That's awful. How could it do that? I do wonder how my needle compares to my other attacks now. I guess I don't know how it compared initially even. But now that we've upgraded it so much, maybe it is better to use the needle. Who knows? Vault Keeper. Most likely this one's true charge was to root out and condemn those not seem as sufficiently fervent. Interesting. Whoa, did you see that giant rosary bead that flew our way? Overall, we didn't really get that many rosaries from that guy, but still. That looked quite interesting. Hello, it's time you listen to a new scroll, my friend. That's just your beard, right? You're not getting consumed by Void? I think so.
Kurt, what has she brought it? More treasures waiting on a keeper's inside, yes? The sacred cylinders of our holy citadel. Pass them, give them now, she must.
She will, don't worry. Give Psalm Cylinder.
Yes, a fair gift we respawn. This vault keeper shall glean what knowledge a great mind can.
I'm sure. We're missing the second cylinder. Guide track for the choir with the theme of salvation. Press X. That's this? Yes. Ooh, very different vibe from the other one. A theme of salvation, you say? Wait, this is choral chambers. But like a music box, or, well, you know, this thing version. Cylinder. music cylinder thing. That's cool. Were the other ones also versions of existing tracks? I guess they might have been. I do wonder where I've missed the second one. Or, well, where I could find it. Maybe I didn't miss it. I'll actually write this down so I don't need to come back here if I do decide to look it up. Missing second psalm cylinder. I guess we can also check this in Bellheart. In our home. In our own little Bell home. Overall, that's fine. Okay, but overall this isn't really helpful because we don't get money from you and you don't even give us guidance for where to find other things. Or do you? If I talk to you again, could I ask you for a hint? No. Like, can I speak to you without, like, asking to see the collection? I know at some point we were able to interact with you in other parts of the room, right? Like, would you mind showing up and just... Hello, and having a chat?
One must not wander idle between the sacred shallows. This is a holy place. Reverence, it is demanded. If the fool she wishes to view this keeper's collection, head to the listening room below.
No, but give me hints for it to find the cylinder. That is in your interest as well. Whatever. I mean, it doesn't make sense for them to know, really, I guess. But that doesn't change the fact that I would love to get a hint, of course. Okay, we have actually gotten a decent amount of rosaries across all this exploration. You won't give any rosaries. We don't care about you then. And you don't give many rosaries, right? Yeah. But that big crawly guy, they gave a few at the very least. I guess we're near Songclave. Maybe we'll go pay a visit. It's been a bit. Oh, this enemy was pretty scary, I remember. Well, they're dead now. Nothing to worry about then. Hello, how are things here? No new quests on the board? Hello, Sharma. Uh-huh. Have a bit of a sing-along? Or just a song? Pina Sami Manise. Alright. Well, awesome. Thanks for singing one edition, or what? Just thinking through the song once. We don't need to loop it forever, Sharma, sorry. We don't have the time for that. Or I guess whatever, we're not gonna do that. Hello, Jubilana. Any hints for anything at all? No, you just bind up my rosary strings. Which is fine and all and it's well and good and it's all great. Is there anything else I want to do here in the Citadel? I guess I could, I could run through this room and, like, get some more rosaries off this guy. I should pay attention. How many do you drop, actually? Because you are slightly annoying to kill with how much you move around. Ouch. That hit me on the ground. It seemed like it had a bit of a range to it, that slam attack. Okay, what if I did this to you? How do you feel about that? You are dead. Ooh, entry for you. Grand read. This bug here bears a spool of silk, which they flail to attack. Really? A spool? Isn't that like a violin bow? Where's the spool? Though somewhat crude, theirs is a unique technique much reminiscent of weavers. I wonder who taught them such a use. Who knows? That is 32. That seems like a pretty worthwhile thing, actually. Just grinding money off these enemies. Even though they do take longer to kill, so it might not actually be particularly efficient. Isn't there another one of you here? No. Okay, so I think we have one of these enemies left in this room, and then the one in the room on the left, and I think that's, like, those are the only instances where we can actually fight them. Let's see, though. If I, like, ran back here, sat on the bench, we don't necessarily need to recover ourselves like this, but just, like, how would this grinding look? I think we can, Oh my god! Wait, it's the second sentinel again. Wait, but you fought the same guy before. I thought we'd have, like, different encounters with different enemies. Huh. I swear we fought this exact same enemy together before. Huh. Hold on. What if I played the needle in? Sing to me, sing to me. I think you're too far away. Oh well. No, please. Dang it, whatever. Yeah, but I think we're so close to having enough money for all of Grindle's things that I will just do that. And who knows, maybe the last tool will be like a bonus. Grindle's like, oh yeah, you got all the tools. Or someone else will be like, oh, you got all the tools. And then that will be it. That will be all that we need. Shouldn't you be alive? What? Hello? Why didn't the guy respawn? Odd, peculiar, strange. But because we had a second fight involving the second sentinel, did that, like, cause you to not respawn again? I did sit on the bench, right? Okay, it's just you again. You just keep showing up fighting the same enemy? Curious. I wonder if there are other fights that you can show up in, but I just didn't find any of them. So it does allow me to like just do the same one again. Wow, I don't even need to do anything. That's crazy. How much did I say we needed? 1030. Okay, we're almost there. Do this fight like 2 more times. Or once even. I said we got 32 that other time, didn't I? That should... Only 1 more time should be enough. We'll see if it actually is. I could be lying. Or rather, I could be wrong. Or you might get a random amount every time. Interesting. So directly after the fight, this guy is gone. I wonder why it works like that. So the time... First time you enter this room, or like the first bench rest after you fight with the Sentinel, the enemy doesn't respawn, which is certainly interesting. How about now? You're still gone? Oh, no you're not. And this time the Sentinel isn't here. Now I'm kind of curious. Like, what about the next time? Is the Sentinel gonna be here again? Does that ever stop happening? Huh, I don't know. Okay, now it was 32 again. I think the amount we get is consistent then. Well then, yeah, but we'll do this a couple more times because I'm just curious how this mechanic works now. Also, is this... Like, what is this? Why is that crumbling like that? Is that just for fun, or can I enter there and find a secret? Okay, seems to just be for fun. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, no second Sentinel. Use a projectile attack, and you should just die from 2 of those, I think. Yeah. I did also hit you a couple times. So no second Sentinel now. We'll do it 1 more time. I don't mind the tiny bit of extra rosaries, of course. But I'm curious to see. It might just be that there's a random chance that the second Sentinel shows up. Okay, they didn't show up this time. Oh, I didn't recover my silk back there. Oh, this time you're a void version. That's fine. That means you'll take a couple more hits. Oh, I should pay attention. How many rosaries does this give me then? Seems like it's... Yeah, it is still 32. So the void enemies don't drop more, which makes sense, as I said. Makes sense in terms of who the void enemies are, at least. Okay, well, that's enough for me. I think we will head back to the Bellway. We will go travel to Grindel. And that means we will have all of the tools that we know of, once again. And the only thing left for us to buy, as far as I know, will be the, like, 1000 rosary spa for our Bellhome. That Frey sells. Wait, what the... Dude, I didn't even travel yet. I didn't even travel on the Bellway. Hold on. Sorry to just barge past and then step right back. But speaking of stepping, lots of steps. The like 4th or 5th time that we're going there today. Though if we're finished with Grindel now, we might not have to come back here. Wouldn't that be something? And then, I don't know. Should I just run around the Marrow? To see if I can find those 2 entries in the Hunter Journal? I don't know. Desperate customers. I don't know about that, Grindel. But I am here to buy stuff. Arsenal. Acquire all tools. Wait, what? Really? Did I just forget a tool that we got today? I think I'm stupid. Okay, well, that's awesome. Acquire all tools. And all spool fragments, presumably. Yes? Surely that's the last one. You can't tell me there are 2 more. Yes! Extended. Acquire all spool fragments. Now that is huge. 2 in a row. Yes, a Thief's Mark. That was the one we were missing from here. Did I get a tool for you today? Oh, we did! The Vault Filament. I'm just... Okay, I'm a fool. I think I'm just insane. That's fine. All tools. Look at that. So we have 12 yellow ones. Oh my goodness. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 21 blue tools. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 18 red tools. That's awesome. Interesting that they each have different amounts. There we go. Kind of cool looking at this menu. I never put on the Void Filament, actually. I should, because I said I was quite interested in it. Yeah, Silk skilled with Electric Charge. That would have been useful for the grinding, actually, because we could kill the enemies faster. What am I even doing? Why didn't I put that on? Hold on, no. We're not leaving yet. I want to see what Grindel says now. I don't imagine Grindel will ever get anything new to sell, other than, like, the rosary binding service, of course. You don't say anything. I guess the same goes for Jubilana. Jubilana also didn't say anything, even though we bought out her stock, because technically they do still have the rosary string binding service. Oh well. That is exciting, though. This is certainly progress. We have all the tools, and we have all the spool fragments. we now... Well, what do we even need now? We need to get the key. We need to get the ornate key for the white word. And we very much would like to do that. And that will give us... That will presumably give us those 200 journal entries we're missing from there. Yeah, these ones. And that's certainly exciting. I just don't know where to get the key. The thing is, I'm very tempted to look that up right now. The issue is also, though, that, like, we're so close. We're so close to having done everything without hints. 99?! Oh my goodness. I guess that makes sense. Yeah, we are very close. 99. We've gone from 95 to 99% now. We're so close. We're so close. Of course, the percentage is not the only thing that matters. Like, I don't... Like, do the mementos count? We do still need one more memento. I don't know where we will get that. Oh, that might be... Maybe that's for the Hunter Journal, actually? Could it be? The other mementos weren't for, like, big, massive quests, though. So that might not make sense too much. That might not make too much sense. How do I get the ornate key? Let's look at my notes, actually. That's probably a good idea. Let's delete the new notes that we need no longer. Missing second psalm cylinder, right? That's still true. Don't need to buy anything from Grindel. We just still need to buy... thing from Frey. Caretaker regarding removing the queen. If it's my family's strength you'll be needing, Bellringer. Us 3 old bugs still alive, spread across this kingdom, and 1 poor cousin dead and drained in swamps choked rotten. Did we find that cousin ever? Like, do we think that could be a hint that I should go explore what? Putrefied ducts? Shellwood could be maybe called a swamp, but it's not exactly rotten, so I feel like it's gotta be putrefied ducts or bile water. Or Sinner's Road, even. 1 poor cousin dead and drained in swamps choked rotten. Like, have we found that cousin, or is that a hint that I still haven't figured out? I'm unsure. Top left above the Citadel Spa, another group of machines that give silk for rosaries. Purpose? Okay, well, I think that's not relevant to any secrets. Secret to the right of the Bellway station in Farfields. Is what I have written down. Where's that? I appear to have explored that. We can cross that out. Bottom left of Deep Docks is an unbreakable grate on the floor. I've probably done that, right? That sounds like it might have been like one of these shortcuts that the simple key path ended up leading us to. And then we opened up a path back up. Unbreakable grate on the floor. Okay, I'm still not quite sure that I can remove that. But I think it's most likely that we've done it. I will leave it for now, though. Potential ground pound spot above Bellbeast bench in Farfields. Above Bellbeast bench. Oh, that's just this. Isn't that the target room? With the target practice? I think it is. I don't know what to make of that. Ooh. Our regular spam bot that we usually get one of per stream. That's actually interesting, yeah. It's usually never 2. It's most of the time it's 1 spam bot per stream. I wonder how that works. Huh. Okay, well, hold on. I would like to... Let's go to that vendor, actually. I can't think of anything better to do right now, and I'm just curious. So let's go travel. What's the closest thing to there? It might be the Marrow. You know what? Let's just travel to the Marrow. It's probably not the closest thing, but I wouldn't mind just running through there again. We might have some Hunter Journal entries to get along the way. Yeah, I suppose if I can't think of... well, since I can't think of anywhere specific to look for the ornate key, what I should do is just go for Hunter Journal entries. We need to do that anyway. And when I say Hunter Journal entries, I mean like the 2nd level entries, the Hornet comments. I should just go and do that. And then maybe along the way we'll stumble upon something, and if we don't, then, well, we will still have made some progress. So where are the Marrow enemies in here? These are Moss Home ones. I still need to kill 1 more Mossmere. Actually, whoops, didn't mean to heal here. I think we're likely quite close to one of those, right? So I should go ahead and just do that while we're here. We will be done with Moss Home enemies then. Or apparently the whole area is called Bone Bottom now. I swear it didn't used to be called that. I swear it was like Mosslands map or something, Moss Home. Oh well. So Mossmere, I think there should be... Like, there's quite likely to be just one of you somewhere close by here. How about you? I have your entry, don't I? No, you're not even among these. Oh, I guess these are like the moss enemies that are at the very start, and then we'll have more later. No, but these are just ants. What? Am I stupid? Like, you're not a Mossmere, right? You're like a weird pilgrim. Are you just... Huh. You're not a regular pilgrim, though, because you're like a green one that spits stuff at us. Like, yeah, you here, you're a regular-ish pilgrim. But that other guy, I don't know. Okay, we will find a Mossmere, though. Right? Like, you are not a normal pilgrim. And yet you're not listed here. Maybe they don't count you as a separate enemy, then. That would be a bit odd. But I guess it also wouldn't be that crazy. Mossmere. Is it really true that, like, can it actually be that the Mossmeres only show up at the, like, very start of the game? Where you fall off and explore everything for the first time? Like the actual very beginning area? Not even, like, slightly above bone bottom, but the very bottom? I guess, maybe. Shouldn't be too hard to run there. And then I will Bellway Beast warp, or Beastling Call warp back. We'll do that. We'll worry about these enemies over here later. It's just since I currently already decided that I want to go get the Mossmere. I suppose I should go do that. There we go, you're a Mossmere. I'm quite certain of that. That's it. This bug is soft and clumsy, but to its fortune, its home caves seem relatively free of effective predators. I wonder why that is. Am I meant to read further into that? Like, the fact that Eva's weave home here, weave nest is close by? That could be, like, scaring away other predators? Maybe. Like, Eva is just such a spooky creature. What? No Beastling Call? Are you sure about that, Hornet? Are you sure it doesn't quite work down here? Even the Beastlings fear to come here. Okay, no, it works here. I'm not quite sure what the logic is, but usually, if the first place doesn't work, you try it in a slightly different location close by, and then that's good enough. Okay, well, there we go. Now we want to look at the marrow enemies. Acnid, Skull Scuttler, Skullwing, Skullbrute, Keelik, Beastfly, Carnade, Vicious Carnade, Hardbone Hopper. Well, you're not even in the marrow, you're like closer to after the marrow. You're more of a Deep Docks kind of enemy. Okay, well, I'm sure we'll end up there as well. Currently, hold on. How about, like, can I ascend up here? No. I'm sorry, I keep calling it ascend, and like, yeah, okay, what we're doing is ascending, but the actual ability is called Silksong. So I should probably call it the same thing, or call it what it actually is. Call it its actual name. Not that it matters too much. It's not the person, it's an ability. It's just a random silly skill that you have in a video game. That was gonna be a pogo, that's too late. I knew it, but I tried anyway. Okay, well, I can't ascend through there, right? That's not, but it's just not gonna be a secret that I can get to. Okay, that's fine then. Why is this all... What is this red or orange glow? The flaming glow, where's it even coming from? Oh, I guess from the background here. And it reaches the foreground here from like it comes behind this foreground piece of rock that's jetting out. That's kind of cool. Ouch. I guess it's time to heal. Alright, I need to stop sitting around. I should simply run... do Hunter's March. I think that's overall a good idea. Bellheart. Oh yeah, right. This does connect to Bellheart somewhere around here. We really have unlocked some crazy shortcuts. We can also get to Shellwood, like if we go left and up. Left and up. Right. This was the minigame location. This is a good bench to have when you're heading into Hunter's March. I'm really curious. Like, where did I miss the ornate key? How could I have done that? Whoops. I should now start paying attention to what Hunter's March enemies I need entries for. In fact, let's go ahead and do that. They should be easy to notice with the red coloring. Okay. I think we're actually done with Hunter's March journal entries also. That's good. Well, I mean, okay, I guess it's unfortunate that that means that the only reason I'm going this way is going to be just to check on that merchant. But hey, that's not so bad. Maybe that merchant deserves our attention in that way. Whoops, let's heal. Simply because we can. Even though we don't necessarily need to. But why not stay at full health? So we simply don't need to worry about any of these ants. We have the entries for them. I guess we can still check for some secrets along the way. Whoops. But again, I somehow don't think we're missing too much. I don't think we're missing anything crazy over here. This doesn't feel like the kind of place that the ornate key would be hiding. So that might be a... that might be a fatal assumption that I'm making here currently. Oh well. Again, if we truly don't find it, We can look it up. But at the moment, it's just like, we are so close. We are literally at 99% completion. We have almost everything. It would feel very silly to just look up one thing now. But I guess, of course, if at this point in the game you have missed something and have no idea where it is, it's going to be exceedingly difficult to find it. Because you would essentially have to discover the whole game. So perhaps this is like the most understandable place to look something up in. Oh well. Currently, I'm not about to give up just yet. I can't believe Noo's not giving me Hunter Journal hints. But oh well. Who even needs hints? I'm sure we'll find those enemies somewhere. Oh, you are dead. Did we know this? I'm not sure if we did. I definitely didn't remember it for sure. Which is why I was coming here. So you have been killed. Right, but no, you couldn't have been killed at the start of Act 3, could you? Because how would I get the stuff that you sell then? Or maybe... Oh, I think I already just thought this. Or I already talked about this. But I guess then maybe they just drop their stuff and you get it for free. That's not... Like, yeah, it's not like it's impossible to get the stuff. Or rather, it's not like it's impossible for Team Cherry to make the stuff available to you after this guy dies. Maybe that's a way to avoid having to pay for them. I wait to save some rosaries if you don't care about having the tools straight away. Which you might not. You have so many other tools that you can get. So if you know that that's how all that works, you could maybe intentionally avoid paying for them. And that might make your 100% playthrough a little bit faster. Because I guess you don't even really have any reason to climb to the top left corner. Like early on in the game. Like if you're... Like, yeah, for 100% completion, you're gonna want to get the items from here and then whatever reward you get up from that fight. But you can do that late game, presumably. Like, you don't get something from here that you'd need for progression earlier on. So I guess that would make sense. Not a very important discussion for me to have currently, though. Okay, so what? Farfields? Let's go do Hunter Journal entries there. Whoops, this is not how one survives. In a scary area such as this. Well, I don't know, Hunter's March isn't... Wait a minute! Are you sure? Oh, you're not sure. The wall was very unsure about one to be a wall, that's good. We managed to convince it to not be one. Whoops. Poorly timed swing on my part. You are a void enemy now, that's awfully rude of you. Die, please, thank you. I didn't even feel like avoiding the attacks there. Seemed unnecessary. So, Hunter's Journal. What did we need in the marrow? Or, deep docks. Yeah, you. Big Hopper and Small Hopper. That's who we need to kill. We are quite close to where they jump around, aren't we? Yeah, like specifically this room that's below us. They love hopping around in there. This, of course... Whoops, whoops, whoops. Is the suspicious double jump room, isn't it? The room that you need... Well, not double jump, wall jump, you know, whatever. The room that we skipped up to. Using an enemy pogo. And found nothing important in here. And there still isn't anything. Did I just forget? Was there something important here at some point? I feel like I've been here so many times by now. And there's just nothing. There's never anything. Could there be, like, maybe there's an NPC interaction here? Maybe if you come here at a certain time in the game, you can find Gilly here? So, like, before the Grass Doll quest gets initiated, if you happen to show up here after you've already found Gilly elsewhere, I don't know. That seems theoretically possible, but I don't know. I feel like you'd have to get quite lucky then to have that encounter. It would have to be quite a crazy coincidence. But maybe that's it. And that would certainly give a purpose to the room. It's just going to leave everyone else really confused as to why the room even exists. Okay, so tiny hoppers are going to be down here. Not you. You don't even hop. Do you even hop, bro? I don't think this guy does. Hello, you are one who hops. And you can get murdered by me, but you are not a big one who hops. Where's your, where are your parents? I would like to murder them, please. I need them for my journal, you see. Hunter's Journal. Where are the big ones? Like, they are in the Marrow still, right? Or, well, Farfields. Or, no, Deep Docks. Whatever, this place. They are still nearby, right? Just in a slightly different room, perhaps. I think we'll try... I don't know. I'm actually not convinced that they are. I somehow remember them being in a completely different area, but I don't remember what that was. And I also don't remember if that's true or if I'm just making that up. 8 more. Okay, I think we'll just grind them in this room. We will get that done. Whoops. Let's avoid you. Yeah, this time you're just already hopping. Why were you just standing on this platform previously? Like, was that a glitch, or are you meant to be able to do that? Whoa, you just got stuck on that wall for a moment. I guess because you were readying up your void attack. Oh! Dude, I'm not gonna die to you. That's silly. We won't be doing that sort of thing. Yeah, look at that. Our silk spool is so long now. It can store so much silk that we get 2 heals off of a full charge. That's kind of crazy. I must have the entry for you already, I think. I don't know. I guess it's not necessarily guaranteed that I do. Hold on. Do these enemies just respawn if I run out of the room? They might actually. We should test it. Whoa! Watch out. Because these seem like small enough enemies that they wouldn't require a bench sit to respawn. Whoa! Watch out. Hello. Oh my god! I'm about to get crushed by a rock. Had you already taken damage? Why did you die in 1 hit there? Whoops. There we go. Good news is they do respawn. Actually, wait, why am I running all the way to the left? I think this right entrance is closer, and especially when I am already on the right side of the room, I should use this one. So that's what I shall do. I think 1 or 2 more times of running through this room and killing every hopper we see should be good enough. Alright, it wasn't 1 more time, but it might be 2. Again, I don't know why I'm running to this entrance. I guess it doesn't take that much longer necessarily. And I was already headed this way. So perhaps this wasn't the silliest idea. Still though. Yeah, this time you didn't die in 1 hit. Did you like accidentally sit on the lava too long, or did you get hit by that rock? No, I think you would die if you got hit by that rock. Aha, there we go. Hardbone Hopper. Despite the haunting of its shell, it has not been overcome with aggression. Its desire to flee remains too strong. Yes. Were the big hoppers, were they in Verdania? Surely they're not exclusive to Lost Verdania, are they? Can I even get back to Lost Verdania? I didn't think I could, but maybe I can. Okay, well, one thing we know for sure is that they're not in this room, right? I feel like I can be quite certain of that, given that I didn't see any of them in here. But then what other room might they be hopping around in? They weren't in the area where we were connecting the, like, pins for seamstress, were they? Were we? Were they? One of those words will have conveyed the correct meaning, I'm sure. Because, like, this is already Deep Docks proper, and it won't have the hoppers. It won't have the proper hoppers. So then, what can I do? This room also is pretty expensive. Like, look at the background. Perhaps my issue is just that I am terrible at noticing details in the backgrounds, or, well, anything in the backgrounds at all. That could be the issue. Yeah, like, this place isn't gonna have the hoppers. Because this doesn't even have a lava floor. I think I should go to Lost Verdania and just see... Well, first of all, if we can even re-enter Lost Verdania. And then, assuming that we can, whether there is anything to be done there. Like, can we find the hoppers? Is that where we saw the great hoppers? Maybe. Alright, this is where we had our final battle with the Rhino Beetle. Did I not defeat you? If these Void Clumps do respawn, then I'm just wasting time by defeating them over and over again. Oh, look at you. Fell into the lava like a fool. Oh. Come on, I have a strong needle now. You should die in not too many hits, I'm sure. Even the Void version of these little plant enemies is horribly, tragically weak. I guess if I am near this bench, I should maybe run to the bottom right to see if the hoppers are that way. But that might be a complete waste of time. It might be, but it might not be. I think I will go check just in case. Shouldn't be too much of a challenge anyway. Whoops. It is if you run into the wrong room. I think that was the chakra room, and we needn't worry about, like, is that a mystery room that we just haven't figured out yet? I think that was just where we saw chakra, but I could be wrong. I can't think of what other room chakra would have been in here. So I think it probably was that one. It's just interesting that the rings aren't around anymore. But that might just be an Act 3 thing. They probably were around in Act 2. Is there any way that you, like, haven't... What am I trying to say? I'm not sure. Whatever, it doesn't matter. I was gonna say, like, is there any way that you haven't been in this area by then? And I'm sure that's possible, but then... Well, then I'm sure still the chakra rings would be gone and you could find You could just find Chakra and Bellheart or something and get the map from that map that way. Okay, so if the hoppers are gonna be anywhere, it's gonna be like somewhere in this room hopping around, I think. I don't expect to see them though, no. These are different enemies that hop around. Although, do I have the entries for you? You. Pilgrim Hornfly. I don't. I don't have the entries for these either. Pilgrim Graveler. Pilgrim Hulk. Okay, I do have one for the Hulk. Or I have completed the Hulk one. But Hornfly, you must be murdered. Repeatedly. I don't feel like opening that door just to respawn the Hornfly. Okay, you, I don't need to fight you. But some of the other pilgrims that I've seen around I do need to fight, as it turns out. How about you, Spiny Things? There is almost no way I don't have the entry for you, right? Where on earth even are you in this section? Are you like in Shellwood enemies? Even though you're not from Shellwood? You might be a similar, like, grass-type enemy. I feel like we're going way too far. This is just Citadel already. Unless... oh, you could be grouped in with Verdania stuff, I suppose? No. Do you even count as an enemy? You must. You are an enemy who attacks me and who I can kill. Right? Do you just look very different in your portrait and I didn't realize I was looking at you? I guess that's conceivable. Oh my goodness, this boss was so cool. Oh my goodness. Can't believe we hadn't found them for so long, although it was, I mean, it was a very sneaky area, so I guess I can't believe it. Okay, like surely that enemy must be somewhere around here. We're going too far back, it seems to me. So here's Deep Docks, and then here should be this section, surely. What? And then we already saw Shellwood. And this was Shellwood. What? I truly don't know. I guess we can defeat these enemies just in case. While we're getting the Hornflies. And we will just ignore them otherwise. Or, like, no, we won't specifically stick around here for those enemies. Well, they die in one hit, which is pretty convenient for me, I'd say. Okay, is there anyone I can see here? No great big hoppers. So I think what I will do is I will re-enter from here. And we will grind the horn... wait, what about you? Who are you? Have you always shot lava like that? Maybe. Good thing I can definitely find which one you are. Let's get back to this section. You know what? Whatever. I don't care. If we find out that we're missing you later, I'm sure we can just run back here. There's no way you're telling me the Hornfly doesn't respawn. What? Okay. Fine. Whatever. Whatever. You're not even a Hornfly. You're like a little tiny baby pilgrim. Oh well. Okay. We don't need to worry about the husk. We probably don't need to worry about these enemies. I don't even know what they're called. This is a dead one. A dead enemy that we probably also don't need even the type of. Okay. Well, that's something. I imagine we can find the Hornflies elsewhere and I don't need to worry about not having grinded this one specifically in here. Wow, Hornet just, like, glided over those platforms. Glide almost sounds like it should be an irregular verb. Like, glided sounded weird to me just then. But oh well. I'm not really one to argue for adding more exceptions to a language. more weird, funny cases. What was my plan overall? Oh, I was gonna go to Verdania to find the hoppers. Or, well, try to find the hoppers. Because I figured that maybe that's where they can be found. I don't know, it just... yeah. I don't think we found the big hoppers in Farfield. And I think that might have been in Verdania then. We shall see. Hold on, isn't there like a big old horizontal path across here now? I think we can still get past it, because we have Ascend. Yeah, here it is. Right? Yeah, we can use Ascend to get through. Though usually Usually my needle or my needle, my Silksong doesn't reach that high, I feel. I could be wrong about that. I guess it reaches pretty high. But they also might have extended it for that room specifically, who knows? So, let's head over to Lost Verdania if we can. And see if that changes anything. Wait! What did I just see? Who are you? What? Seth? Wait, you're alive? I thought we killed you. I guess we didn't. My bad. Sir Guardian, I scarcely thought we would meet again after our encounter. Apologies, friend. I fear I don't recognize you, and I'm sure I would remember such a striking figure. Pay no heed, sir. It seems I mistook you for another. You are a traveler. Through these quaking lands, I take it. Wait, hold on. Wait, I think I just didn't comprehend what was just said. Did Seth say, like... did Seth say they don't remember me and they were sure they would remember such a striking figure? And then Hornet says, sorry, I think I mistook you for someone else. So is this not the one we fought? You are a traveler through these quaking lands, I take it. I suppose I am indeed. I was born into this world not long ago, waking beside a lake with only this weapon laying beside me. Oh, so you are the same, but you have no memory of it. Ah. So you keep respawning. That's kind of nice. I'm still pretty sure that this is the boss that was dedicated to someone, to like a Kickstarter backer or someone who passed away from cancer before Silksong came out. Seth is my name, though I know not who gave it to me. The custom of the newly born is to explore the world, is it not? So that is what I have set out to do. I will rest here a moment, then continue my journey. Ah, I imagine I can encounter you elsewhere. This, of course, is where Chakra was initially when we first explored this place. The sharp-faced bugs of these drizzled caves love to swoop and lay, don't they? If only I could understand their beautiful language. That's a lovely thought. What do you think about? Your head is so round. Basically a circle. Fateless and free. To the beginning and back. Fresh shell, clear sight. Where others tread and beyond. Fateless and free. Okay. Well, have fun sitting on that bench. Fortunately, I don't need it. I mean, it was gone after Chakra left anyway. Oh, you're a regular version of those craws. Do I have the journal entry for you, I wonder? Let's look at the craw section. If I can find it, of course. Aha, craw. I do have one for you. We need some for tall craws and squat craws. And not the, like, scary middle-beaked versions. So tall craws and squat craws. We need them. Hopefully we can find some in this room. They used to be here. I just wonder if they're still here still. Or if they've been replaced by scarier versions. Nope, I think we're good. And you are still around. You can still be found. Okay, there should be one of the tall craws to the right, if I recall correctly. Oh, there we go. Precisely the room that I remembered. I thought it might have been slightly higher. But turns out I ended up in exactly the correct spot. Can't believe that you don't buy in one hit from my needle in. That's honestly a bit ridiculous. Hello, you are not a tall craw or a squat craw. Or just a tiny little baby craw. I need someone else to fight. There's more of them up here, of course. Wow, that pogo went slightly poorly. I must be able to... Really? I'm very curious. Could you climb up this without pogoing on these? I'm not curious enough to waste too much time on it right now, though. We're trying to actually get things done. Let's heal. I love the dash after the pogo. It just feels so cool. And it's so fast. I feel like it must be a special interaction. I still cannot believe that we never found a connection between these two. Like, how can that be right? Makes no sense to me that we haven't found a connection. But I guess there really isn't one. I don't know. I feel like I've checked repeatedly. Okay, so that's some more tall craws and squat craws defeated. We definitely need to do more of that. But I think we can go check out Verdania for now. We must have had Ascent. Yeah, we did have Ascent when we did this first. We couldn't have even entered the memory before. Okay, does this work? Can we re-enter? No. Which means I have to hope... What? I just have to hope that that I'm wrong about the Great Hoppers being in there. Well, I mean, I'm sure I am. There's no way they would just make it impossible to complete the Hunter Journal because of one enemy type. That's not something Team Cherry would do. Isn't there a bench here? I'm like trying to get to this bench so I can respawn the cross, which might not even be necessary, to be honest. But, well, I've already come this far. So I might as well sit on the bench. Dude, this is a long run back. Or, well, run back. Run to the bench is what this is. I think I've tried ascending all the way across this room already. Could be wrong. In which case, unfortunate. But, well, I don't know. I don't feel like checking that room. Hopefully that's understandable. I'm sure this run could be done a lot faster if I were less hesitant during it. How can I be hesitant if I'm not fully familiar with it? How can I not be hesitant? I might have said that sentence the wrong way around. Wow, you die real fast when you're not a void enemy, and I have a very strong needle. A fully upgraded needle is what I have. Whoops, you are not dead, actually. You should be. There we go. We fixed that. Oh, slightly risky. It's fine. We have such a crazy amount of movement by now that we can kind of just waltz our way through basically any platforming challenge. As long as we don't make silly mistakes. And even if we do, we have like 10,000 different ways to recover from them, usually. Ouch. There we go. You are also dead. Now let's see. I hope that I can respawn you by simply exiting the screen and re-entering, and I hope I didn't need to actually run to the bench. Let's see. Are you back? You are not. That is quite unfortunate. Halfway home might be faster, to be honest. But it also might not be. We don't have a bench inside this house, right? No, we did like a battle thing in there. But it wasn't quite, you know, they didn't quite give us a bench there. We had to run over from halfway home. Or I guess we could have run over from this bench. I'm not sure if we had this bench by then. No, we must have. We must have had it, I think. Who knows? No, we definitely had. I remember I found like regular Verdania, like modern Verdania. I found that before we actually did the cross summons thing, I think. Pretty sure. What's that light up there? Whoops! I keep using claw line instead of Silksong by accident. Okay, it's just normal light, not the kind of light that reveals a secret. That's fine. We can deal with some of those sometimes. So I wonder what the last thing that we need for 100% is. Like, I'm sure that there are things that we want to do that aren't necessarily tracked. Like, I'm not sure if the Hunter Journal is tracked in the 100% completion at all. That could be entirely separate. It could be that once we get the final memento, that will be what brings us to 100. It could be that when we buy the spa thing, that brings us to 100. Actually, how much money do we have now? Not a lot. Yeah, I guess the enemies we've been killing haven't been ones to exactly drop a large amount of rosaries. Aha! That's you, Dan, Squatcraw. A cowardly sort. They will try to remain at range to throw their sharp weapons. Best to rush them down and cut quick. That is actually exactly what we did just then. Is 6 more of those tall craws. That's unfortunate. That means quite a few times running back to this room unless I figure out an alternate way. That is certainly unfortunate. We're going too high, I think. Yeah, we need to go down here. Although, maybe we could skip the spike tunnel. Maybe we could skip it with our ascend move and double jump and all that. There we go. That's quite wonderful. Hold on. What if I... Dude, I'm trying to ascend. I'm trying to Silksong. And not do any of that claw line business. Oh well. Everything's fine. Let's not get mad because I can't hold the correct direction on a joystick. So... Still no shortcut to sticks, is there? Is there really not? Okay, no cross to fight in here either, unfortunately. Oh well. And they really just don't feel like respawning at all, do they? Whoa. Actually, no, but there is a closer bench. There is a closer bench, I've just remembered. The one where we rung the bell. Oh my goodness, you are all void moded up. That's a bit scary. We're fully covered in void. Yeah, this way right here is a bell that we rung. I want to say through here? Or are we too low now? No, I don't think we are. Yes, look at you. That is a bench and it's way closer. Or well, I don't know, I feel like the run back from here is gonna be easier. Also, this thing here. I remember that we like opened this bridge and then fell down and couldn't get back across. Did I ever come back here? Or might this be the thing that has our ornate key for us? Oh, hey, that's a tall craw. Are you a Jura version, though? I hope not. Oh! Because that's not the one we need an entry for. I guess the craw father fight gave us all the entries for the Jurs. So that's why we likely don't need them. Okay, you are dead. I'm gonna shoot you with my arm cannon, actually. If you don't mind. Or my silk skill. Wait, I never put on the electrical one, did I? I fully intended to. Okay, looks like I did get an item from here already. That's slightly a new hidden wall that I never found before. Okay, hold on. I will first take care of this void clump there. What? Aren't you meant to home in on the enemy? Do you not recognize this as an enemy? Is that what you're telling me with that? Whoops. Come on, activate that. Interesting. I couldn't, like, activate it immediately after the attack. Yeah, okay, it seems to me that silk skill doesn't recognize this void clump as, like, a creature to attack. Which is quite interesting. Alright, now let's go check out this hidden wall that I missed. Excuse me. It's got, like, slightly fungal elements to it. If this has the ornate key, I'm going to be horribly excited. Wait, so this is an extra secret path down here. This might be what takes us to Styx, finally. This might finally be the shortcut. I mean, once I go up it, of course, not this downwards path. This downwards path might be a different kind of bonus. A bonus within a bonus, even. Come on. Come on. Oh, don't tell me it's just freaking shell shards. No. No, 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 no. What, and one of you? Are you like a unique enemy that doesn't respawn? So in order to complete your journal entry, I would need to fight you? Like, I would need to find different instances of you? Maybe. I'm really not sure. Play needle in here? I mean, I'm glad to finally find the shortcut to Styx, I suppose, but I'm also desperately trying to find the ornate key. Again, this place doesn't look very ornate overall, so I guess it might not contain an ornate key, but some kind of grubby little creature might have stolen the ornate key. Just because the place isn't ornate doesn't mean that it couldn't have items that are from ornate locations. No, this takes... Yeah, this does take us straight to Styx. You have 2 more silk... Wait, can I even pick those up, though? Aren't I maxed? I am maxed out. Okay. I'm not sure if that means I should pick this up or I shouldn't. Because, like, maybe if I pick them up and I'm already at max, maybe that will give me, like, an extra bonus.
While you stalk...
Okay, no, I think you've said that exact stuff before. Old laws, fresh wounds. The weak must serve. Okay, well, this is a lovely shortcut, but it is not. And I repeat, whoops. It is not. It would be awesome if I remembered what I was saying. It is not an ornate key. Wow, what is this? Is this like your family Styx? What? You've got skeletons in your closet? Or I guess this is more of an attic. Whoa.
The one who breeds. Who is me?
Are we playing Jeopardy?
My strength on theirs?
Or theirs.
The one to fear.
Who to be? Who is me? The one who serves. The one who breeds. Okay. And the shapes now fade back. Curious. I don't fully know what to make of that. That's a cool secret that we didn't find before. I also don't know that I can do all that much with that information. Okay. Well, that's awesome. New secret found. Wasn't expecting that just now. But it's not the kind of secret that really helps him with me with anything. Hold on. We don't need to fight you because we've already done that. We need the tall craws. Okay. I think I would rather just run from the bench to the normal tall craws and not fight you. That should keep things simpler. Surely the homing thing doesn't like fail to detect all void enemies. It's probably just the clumps, right? Because the clumps are like not exactly alive living enemies. I think so. Alright, so I don't need to sit on the bench because I've already done it. Now we just run back here and grind those tall craws in the village town thing in Crawland. Craw Lake, yeah. In this place. And then everyone's gonna be so happy. We're gonna get all the points that we could ever need. Oh, well, all the points, all the freaking Hunter Journal entries is what we're gonna get. Wait, you're also a Void version. I guess it doesn't matter then. We might as well just fight all 3 every time. Whoops, this is not how one gets up. It maybe could be though. What? Ah, there was an extra one of you. If only I'd known that before. Where's this? Oh no, that's not an extra one. That's just the same one we fought before. We just never approached you from below before. Whoops. That's fine. Works for me. Aha! And that's all. We don't even need to run back to that bench again. Alright, Tall Craw. Far more hostile than their younger companions, but seemingly less likely to roam far from their nest. So they'd stay closer to the position. Wait, okay. What do you mean? Do you mean like within local, like within combat in one room, they're more likely to stay close to where they spawned and less likely to follow you? Or do you mean that, like in the world overall, we're more likely to see the other craws elsewhere that aren't near Craw Lake? But these tall craws are like only ever found close to here. I wonder which one you're saying. In any case, doesn't matter. We probably don't have much of a reason to come back here. But I'm glad. I was proven right finally that the sticks thing, there is a shortcut to it from here. It just made no sense to not have these areas connect. It just seemed like they were going to. It seemed like they had to, and looks like they did. But we didn't find the Great Hopper in Verdania, and we can't enter Lost Verdania again. And in that case, I'm in a bit of trouble because I don't know where to find them. Might they be in the Marrow actually? I guess they could. It's not completely inconceivable. Hold on. We're quite close to New, right? So I think I'll go ahead and check. Maybe by now, New has decided to have mercy on us and has figured out where our next entry could be. And I guess on the way back we can kill some enemies, and maybe we need some. Maybe we need entries for them, if we're lucky. And if not, I guess we'll get some rosaries off of them. At least the water doesn't destroy the rosaries. Oh, hello! You might drop a couple of beads. Pilgrims, of course, do tend to carry beads. Given that they're also like an indicator of how much faith you have or something, whatever. Hello! Nu, please give me a hint. Nu, you are useless. I mean, no, you're not useless. You've given me several helpful hints already. It's just I wish you gave me more. I'm greedy. Nu, I must have more hints. Oh, well, this is unfortunate. I am uncertain what the best way to make progress is. Like, we could run around finding more Hunter's Journal completions. However, that also hasn't proven like the easiest thing in the world to do, you know? Some of these I don't know where to find. We did all the fire ones. Ooh, I need the scissor guys. You know what? We're quite close by. Let's do some Greymore enemies. I also need you. And Might Mother. We know where you are. You're like pretty close. You're like the lower path from here to Belheart. I think it's the one where you go to the Bellway station and then you go bottom left. I think that's how we get there. So we can defeat those bigger mites as well. Do we need the small ones? We don't. Okay, that's good to know. Right. So scissor guys, lots of those. And the ones with the pitchforks also. Well, there should be a bunch of you in this room. Although one of you is a void version, which will make things take longer, I'm sure. And unfortunately, we don't need to fight you. You big old standard bearer guy. Oh! That's fine. Okay, sheer guy. I just ran away from the rosary. That's not good. It wasn't exactly the smallest clump of rosaries either. Whoops. I love how I just jumped up away from the shears. I guess that's nothing too special, but it felt cool. Everything about the combat and movement in Silksong feels cool. As was to be expected. So that's 2 sheer guys down. Do they respawn when I re-enter the room? I think they don't. I somehow remember them not doing so. But I guess I can try. We have a bench close by anyway, so... Hey, this is where we first saw Garmin and Zaza. Unfortunately, Garmin is now dead, and Zaza, I think, is probably still just mourning there. What was down here? I'm not sure, but now there's only a mite here. And one who is not particularly mighty. Aha, Sheer Guy. You are just who I need. Well, one of several enemies who I need, but you are among the enemies that I need to encounter at the moment. That's quite wonderful. Fortunate that you happen to spend time here. That's a mite. Dodge that. Wow, that platform rumbled in such a way that I thought it might collapse. It didn't actually end up collapsing, of course, but... Well, I didn't know that at first. Hello, Sheer Guy. Whoops. I don't think I've ever gotten hit by them as they go, like, vertically through a platform. There's a first time for everything. I think I should go sit on a bench again. I guess the halfway home one's the closest. We shall run there. Oh, but we encounter... Oh, okay. This is kind of a nice loop that we do. We can just do this loop, and then we encounter both the harp guy... Or, not the harp. What is that? A pitchfork. A trident. Whatever you're using. We will encounter you on the run back. And we'll encounter the sheer guys. It all seems to work out quite well. Someone's stomping around here, and I think they might be an enemy type that I need. Let's see. Yes! You are indeed. Oh, hello. Where are you just falling off to? How high can you ascend with that? Like, can you get up here? No, I guess you need the platform to be directly above you, and this higher one is probably too high, right? I think so. Okay, that means we have placed you in a slightly inconvenient position, haven't we? Oh! You can still throw that void cube, of course. Whoa, that was almost bad for me. It's fine. Well, I think we're almost done with those sheer guys. There have been a lot more of those along the way than there were trident guys, but... that might be fine. We might need fewer entries for the trident guys overall, but I could be wrong about that. Who knows? I think we'll just do that loop again, and we'll see. I do predict that we will complete the sheer guys first. But I guess we shall see. I sort of don't think I want to climb this room, actually. Yeah, no, there's nothing up here. We just go down. Don't climb it, ever. No point in climbing. Just fight the enemies that are down here, and then don't worry about anything else. Whoops. You're spurting void cube. How about I... What? There's no way you're going after a tiny mite up in the air while I'm fighting a big old void enemy. I guess that's an issue with this automatically homing attack. It might decide to go after the wrong enemy. It might? That wasn't an unintentional pun. Oh well. Sometimes puns sneak up on you without you even intending to set them up or perform them. Oh, that's fine. Even in void mode, these enemies are quite susceptible to my strong needle attacks. Okay, maybe rather than... I don't know. I was gonna say maybe rather than running into that left room, I should just run up this room and then to the right. And then keep that loop a bit shorter. But, well, perhaps not. Whoa! I love the way you get caught in those shears. It just looks so funny. It can be a bit annoying, I guess, but just, well, just don't get stuck in the shears. Easy solution to your problem. It feels kind of insane that we can heal, and we will still have a silk spool that gives us another heal. Like, that just feels crazy to me. That has not been the case for the entire game up until now. Because, of course, we haven't had a full silk spool up until now. Isn't there? Yeah, there's one more of you here. That's right. Whoops. Come on. You only take 3 hits. Aha! You are dead. Silk Snipper. Is it the haunting that drove them? Is it the haunting that drove them to cackling madness, or was their unending toil the cause even before that? Yeah, that's a good question, actually. A lot of these people might have been not entirely okay in the head, even before they got taken over by a freaking silk haunting. Because I guess the Citadel's regime wasn't particularly friendly even before. But of course, we don't exactly know what the changes were, because, like, I don't know. It seems like there were at least, like, some things were better in the past before before Grandmother Silk showed up. Like, I don't know. They used to actually grow food up here, like in Greymore or Sinner's Road or wherever, and not just awful brooches and maggots and stuff. That's my understanding, at the very least. Wait, no, we don't need to fight that chair guy. We already got that entry. We simply drop down this room and we fight the trident ones. How many more of those do we need? 4 more. Okay. That seems to me that that's going to be 2 loops, because we know of 2 of the trident guys that are on our path here. So 2 quick loops and we ignore everyone else. That should be fine. We are slowly... Yeah, I guess it's good that we're doing the Hunter's Journal grinding, because that, like, sort of on its own, or like, that just sort of, because enemies drop rosaries, helps us in buying the last things we need to buy, also. That's pretty cool. I probably shouldn't have even gone to the Citadel to grind stuff off of enemies that I didn't have entries for. But I feel like a lot of them we... I don't know, I'm sure we hadn't completed every enemy already. Did we ever complete that tea kettle guy in the Citadel? I'm not sure that we did. That might be worth looking into again. So, this room. I think if I climb straight up and then run to the right, then I will be in the hallway room. Nope, never mind. This is Zaza. Garmin and Zaza room. Okay, it's the hallway above this. And then that's our loop. That we need to do only twice to get all the entries for these pitchfork guys. And I guess we can just not worry about damage too much and kind of just run into them. Yeah. No, the rosaries! I should have picked up the rosaries. We do need those. Oh well. No inventory drop. I'm sure there are like a dozen other ways to avoid a hard fall, but no inventory drop. We cannot do it. Not that I tried. But if I had tried, it wouldn't have worked. I just saw Hornet play the hard fall animation. My first thought was, dang, I should have inventory dropped. And then I thought, wait a minute, that's not even a thing. You can't do that. You're being murdered? What do you mean? That's illegal. People can't do that. Uh-oh. I honestly can't believe I didn't take damage there. That was so scuffed. I just wandered haplessly around underneath that enemy, and somehow they didn't hit me once. Kind of incredible. Kind of funny. Okay. Now don't enter the first door you see on the right, because that one is incorrect. It's got nothing in there whatsoever. This one, however. Is this the last loop that we need to do? I honestly haven't been keeping track. I think it is. I think this should be the entry completed. Dang, that white thing blocked it. There we go. It was the last one. Threadraker. There seems a sad, grueling task, serving their lifetime for a citadel unseen. Yeah, it's a rake, not a trident or a pitchfork. Well, whatever. Doesn't seem like a very good rake, to be honest. I think it would work better as a pitchfork. Oh well. Not everything needs to be perfectly efficient. Well, okay, why am I running to the bench? We don't need to. We need to just go down there and fight the might enemies. Not you, you are tiny ones. We've already killed enough of you. But the ones that are down through here. Now I wonder, when I use the Beastling Call, does it take me to the last Bellway station that I actually traveled at? Or does it take me to where... No, it must take me to where I've summoned the Bellway Beast to. That makes perfect sense, because they just take me to their mother. So that's just what that does. Awesome. So now that I've called them here, if I want to reset things, I could technically exit to my bench and then just quickly Beastling Call... Oh, dang it! Beastling Call my way here. Right. This is the place with the awful traps. Oh, you are a Void version. That's a bit scary, because you dealt double damage already on your own. You might be a 4 damage kind of guy now. That's a bit spooky. Hello? I also hear a Void clump thing. Okay. I still didn't put on my electricity thing. I need to do that. What am I... I'm just messing around for no good reason. There's a Void clump somewhere here. Ah, there you are. I'm very tempted to just go back to the bench. Like, what? I'm just wasting time if I don't have the electricity thing on. Because I'm sure that would let us deal damage a little bit faster. Oh! Everyone's a Void enemy. Everyone and their mother. Uh-oh. Watch out. You're gonna run through the tunnel or what? That actually hit with every single one of those. That's pretty cool. Okay, so that's 2 of you defeated. Are there any more of you in here, or...? Oh, there sure are! Maybe we'll complete this then before running back to the bench. Like, maybe we won't even need to run to a bench is what I'm trying to say. Let's heal. Could have been a good time for a silk skill, but... It seemed to me that we might die if I didn't use a heal there. Okay. I think there might only be 3 of those big enemies here, though. Which is slightly unfortunate, because that means I will have to run to a bench. Oh my goodness! I'm not about to die to small baby mites, am I? Well, looks like we didn't, but we do need to come back here. You know what? Okay, yeah, we will actually be a little bit sneaky about our approach here. We'll exit. Start game. Look at that, 99%. Oh boy. Now, don't forget, put on the vault thing. Not you. You. And where do we put you? Egg of Lelia. Decreases the cost of field skills while health is full. That doesn't seem that useful. I think I'd rather put this damage thing on, and we'll see how that works out for us. I do quite like Druid's Eye. I take damage often enough that getting more health for free like that is pretty convenient. I do wonder if playing this and like getting transported is even faster, because it does take a decent bit of time to start playing it and then for the animation to play. I think this might have saved a little bit of time, but given that this was so close anyway, it probably didn't save a lot. So now, I need to also actually use a Silk skill in order for this to make any sense. So, aha. Yeah, I wonder how much more damage that actually does. Shouldn't that have been a completed entry? Oh no, re-entering the thing moved my cursor off. It didn't remember my position in the journal anymore. That makes sense, but it is unfortunate. Big Might. There we go. Might Mother. 3 more. Okay, never mind. I need a lot more. I don't know why I thought I needed to defeat only 4 more of you. I am defeating the correct enemy, right? I must be. Who else could this be talking about? They look the same also. Like, this looks like the right kind of enemy. I didn't even use my Silk skill there. Okay, there's another one down here. Interesting that none of you are in Void mode this time. I wonder what's up with that. Do we think I should just run to Bellheart? Kind of don't feel like saving and quitting and re-entering. Yeah, look at that. None of the enemies... Wait! Does removing the Void Heart, like, actually... remove the corruption from the enemies in the area? I think that's what just happened. So removing them does have a purpose. And I do wonder if it's tracked as, like, an actual goal. She'll get, like, a memento or something for having done it all. Hello, Chakra. You're still defending Bellheart from the same direction. Hopefully the other one doesn't have any enemies showing up. Hello. How many rosaries do I have now? 857. We're not too far away from being able to buy that final thing. Oh, actually. Let's just warp using the Bellway Beasts. Noom. Hello. And we can just defeat all 3. Actually, I don't think we even need all 3 anymore. We'll defeat however many more of this enemy we need. Yeah, look at that. They're not Void mode anymore. Might Mother. Poor of sight but possessing a keen sense of smell, it uses its bulk to charge at foreign scents. Remaining fierce so far into old age is an admirable trait. Right, but of course you don't drop rosaries. That is slightly unfortunate for me. Okay, these are all completed. Hold on. What are we missing from here? Let's try to go in order if at all possible. Though, of course, we don't know where to find the big hopper. Ooh, Deep Diver. I should maybe go back to the deep docks and try to defeat them then. And maybe these hikers also. Yes. I think that's what I'll do. Hold on. I guess I shouldn't use the Beastly Call. We're right next to the station anyway. I'll go to the Marrow and we'll explore like that general area again. We might not find the Great Hopper, but we can defeat these other normal pilgrim guys. Deep docks then. Let's do the Deep Diver first. That seems like an okay idea. Now, I think they're like a slightly special enemy, in the sense that they weren't in the deep docks initially. We can only find them in the section that we needed to use the small key to access, or the simple key, I mean. I could be wrong about that, but I think I'm not. So in order to fight them... yeah, let's sit on this bench, why not? In order to fight them, that's what we'll do. Hey, do you comment on the fact that I have all the tools? Whoops, didn't mean to talk to you. Yeah. Talk to you here. Nope, okay, nothing new. Where's Ballo? Is Ballo still at the diving bell? I guess they must be, because, like, you need to use that to travel back and forth. Which is unfortunate for Ballo, because they said they're like, they can't wait to get back to the forge and start working on the things they love to work on. Hi, how about you, slug enemy? How are we on completion regarding you? Lava Larga. Okay, you are done. We've done all of the, like, flail enemies. Okay, we don't worry about the pilgrims right now. But we do want to get you, big old guy, Deep Diver. Yeah, so I think you're somewhere around here. I remember finding them, or finding one of them in this area. Wait, what about you? Who are you? I have your entry. Good. That means... Oh, my goodness. It's a bit silly. That means I don't need to fight you. Are you in this room? Yes. There we go. That's it. I remembered fighting you in one of these big old platform rooms. Oh, what I saw when I was watching a stream is that these guys apparently... What? Well, unfortunate. They just fell through there. When this room has a floor, at least, it's pretty cool because they can, like, follow you pretty well. They can, like, fall down to this platform and then they jump up and climb up onto this one in the background. It looks pretty cool. Anyway, what does it say about you, or what does Hornet say about you? Their heavier bells armor them well against my strikes, but against that oppressive heat, can they help at all? I doubt it. I really doubt it. Like, hold on, yeah, what? They're wearing metal for heat protection? I don't know about that. I didn't even comment on that before. I just mentioned that, like, wearing a bell as a helmet doesn't seem like a great idea, because anyone who hits it is gonna, like, overwhelm you with the horrible ringing noise, aren't they? But good point, Hornet, actually. I don't think that would help against heat either. So it just overall seems like a very impractical thing to have going on. Heat is like an excellent heat conductor, or what? No, metal is an excellent heat conductor, so like what? What's happening? I don't think these bugs are as smart as they think. As might seem at first. So, regular pilgrims. I guess we run to the left and see who we encounter. And when I see a regular pilgrim, I will try... should I go rest on this bench? Nah, we're not likely to die. What am I even saying? If we do need to rest at it, it'll be to respawn enemies, and then we'd have to make our way back to it anyway. Unless we exit and cheat by bench warping. But we shan't be doing that, I think. Alright. Any regular pilgrims around? You're not a regular pilgrim. We have entries for you. Yeah, these are all Deep Docks enemies in this, even though we are in the Marrow. I heard knocking again, but I think it's just random construction noises again. Or it might have been a chestnut falling onto my windowsill, actually. Who knows? That previous one definitely wasn't a chestnut, though. Hold on. You are not the enemies that we need, though. Right, these guys we can actually fight near the halfway home. This might have not been oh, Overgrown Pilgrim. We finally found your entry. Yeah, you're not near the Moss enemies at all. Pilgrim Groveler, Pouncer, Bellbearer, Pilgrim Hulk, Hornfly, Winged Pilgrim, Elder Pilgrim. Yes. Okay. So perhaps we'd fight you near the halfway home, but we can go fight the other ones. Specifically you. Near Moss Place. So I guess I'll go there. It might be better to use the Bell Beast to travel there right now, but whatever. We're not that far away. I think we can just run there. Hold on. We don't need you. We already have your entry, I believe. Is this a bonus room? No. This is... Oh! We do need to fight you, don't we? Let's look at this. You're like a little pilgrim. What are you? Winged Pilgrim. That's what you are. And we need a couple more of you. Do you respawn when I re-enter through this door? If you do, it would be very convenient for me, but of course you don't. Why would you? Do I need you? I do. Okay, so basically all of these pilgrims in this general area I need to fight, it seems. Except for you, but you're not a pilgrim. Okay. There might be someone up here I need to fight. Whatever, who cares? I think I'll run left. We will fight all the pilgrims that we see on the path here. Whoops. I feel like I always get hit by that little skull crawler guy. Ah, I do also need to fight you. Okay, so we can both fight the Moss guys and we can fight these pilgrims. Nice jump. Awesome. Incredible job. Alright, no rosaries because you fell onto spikes. You are not a pilgrim. That's not what you are at all. Big guy who we've fought already. I don't think we need entries for them. So I guess we'll just grind some of those pilgrims since we're here? Question mark? Doesn't seem like the worst idea. This is very close to the bench anyway. That's why I'm thinking this will be convenient. Well, for once I didn't get hit by that enemy. No pilgrim to the left. That's fine. Whoops. I fell right onto you. And there was also a flying one here. Look at you go. Wow, you had... Yeah, interesting. They have more health even before the void visibly takes them over. So even... I don't think they deal more damage to you. Like, I don't think they deal a void enemy's amount of damage to you at that point. But they do themselves seem to have more health than a void enemy. So you can't, like, defeat them fast before they become corrupted by void. They are already strong enough that it's an issue for you. Oh, I should maybe... You know what I should do is I should summon... I should summon this bell baby so I can warp back to it as I'm doing that grinding thing here. Who knows? That might not actually be all that much faster. Playing the animation and warping back here and then running all the way to the right across this corridor. Who knows if that's actually faster. Maybe it would be better if I just ran to the minigame bench. What used to be the Grindel minigame bench? Or, well, okay, Grindel wasn't doing the minigame bench. What used to be the Grindel bench, then used to be the minigame bench, and now is a nothing bench at all. Nothing at that bench whatsoever. Maybe I should just run to that, and then run back and forth between these benches. That might also be a good approach. Whoops, sorry, no enemies up here. Whoops. One enemy down here, though. And another over here. This time you were not a void enemy. One more of you, yeah. Not too many of these runs left. Pilgrim Hornfly, like, yeah, let's see. If I... Yeah, this is definitely a more efficient way of going about this. We just sit at this bench. Not that it's really a problem that I activated that, the railway station. We might still end up wanting to warp back there. Okay, I think you should be done soon. Yes, you are. Pilgrim Pouncer. With a softer shell than most, they would have relied on their athleticism to survive. Indeed. Okay. We're slowly but surely making progress through the journal. There we go. I think we needed 2 more of you, so this is the second to last. Dude, you're a void enemy? Whatever. Oh, and I think I can actually ignore you, because we already got your entry. Wait for the rosaries, though. Only 5 meager rosaries. Perhaps not even worth waiting for them to reach us, but I don't know. We do need rosaries. Bit by bit, we will get closer to that spa purchase. And I do wonder if there is anything at all left to buy after that, or if that is actually the last purchase that we can make anywhere. Pilgrim Groveler. Taken by Farloom's haunting, the bug is now capable of little more than prayer and aggression. You say that is now capable of little more, but how do you know they were ever capable of more, Hornet? Who knows? I guess that's perhaps not an unreasonable assumption to make. Aha, and you are also dead. Winged Pilgrim. Flight it possesses, but only just. It may lift from the stone, but those sad wings would never carry it far. That is unfortunate. Okay. Let's warp back to the railway station. Now we go do the, like, mossy pilgrims, whatever they were called. Let's see. I told you it was slightly convenient that we... It would come in handy that we activated this railway station. This is, of course, the first railway station. This is where we first saw the railway beast. The first time we used the Silk skill to really make progress through the game. Okay, looks like I could have fought those athletic guys down here also. Now let's see, I probably don't even need to jump. I might not need to go back to my bench, because I think we can maybe just find a lot of these enemies along the way here. Yeah, there might be enough to just complete the whole thing. Let's see, how many more of you do we need? Yeah, I know why I didn't recognize them, because they have like a very zoomed in view of their face without the moss even showing. That's crazy. Okay, 6 more. We might actually need to go back to the bench at some point. But only once, I think. Not more than once. Oh, and maybe not even that. There we go. Ooh, there's a whole Void Clump here. Well, that'll make this easier once we defeat the Void Clump. We will have less, or, you know, we will be able to defeat the Pilgrims faster. Dang it. Hold on, let's just... Uh-oh, I'm being silly. I'm being silly. I thought I could just damage tank through there, but not if I just sit there without taking damage, which was what I ended up doing. There we go, that's better. So now when I come back here, this should no longer be infected by Void. I think I'll have all the entries for you. Okay. I could warp back to the Bellway station, but honestly, we're so close, I might as well just run. On Hornet's own 2 feet. Well, Hornet might have more feet. I'm not sure how the whole spider thing works. Most of the time, Hornet seems to only have 4 limbs. But then sometimes that's not the case. Who really knows what to make of all of that? Hornet might, I don't. Because we have that one tool that lets us scuttle around like a spider, but that's a tool, specifically. It's not something that Hornet seems to do innately. But maybe that tool just brings that ability out in Hornet, and it is still, like, intrinsic to her. Who knows? Oh! Don't you hit me! I think you might be the final one, actually. Nope, not quite. In that case, the next one probably is. I ran away from the rosaries again. Quite a silly move to do. For some... What? You're still getting infected by Void? What was the point of the Void Clump that I got rid of then? Oh, I should read this. What did this say? Weaver of Farloom, by grace you warded, by thread you healed, for your favor eternal we offer our song. Now, we don't think that Grandmother Silk is a weaver, right? I don't think so. So this was like before Grandmother Silk, I think. Alright, overgrown pilgrim. The moss looks to grow even inside their stomach, which the pilgrim spits at foes in compressed gobs. A foul form of offense. Indeed. Okay, so we have you. We know where to find one hornfly, but it's probably not the best place to find them. Although I guess I could go grind them out also. Maybe I should. Yeah, maybe I should indeed. Let's go talk to the Moss Prophet, actually. Why not? Wait, have I? What about you? You crawly guy. Do I have your entries? Are you recognizable as one of these whatsoever? Like, is this you? Are you a groveler? You might be. You look like you grovel. Okay. I think you're fine then. Let's have a chat with you, Hello. Is it time? Our lands shake their Our lands shake their sorrow for the new beat, yes, demanding for a new rhythm. These quakes you feel, they are not your land's sadness, they are its collapse, one bound to happen if their source cannot be quelled. What? No, the beat. It is the beat our land wishes, calls for it, needs one new. You still want moss sprays? I don't think there are any left to find. Although, would you ask for more if there weren't? I don't know. I'm kind of curious what happens if we throw a vault vessel into this brew, but... You know what? I should try it. Like, why not? Doesn't take that long. Let's replace you with a vault vessel then. And let's see what that does. Because it has special interactions with liquid. Okay, that wasn't a particularly special interaction though. I don't think it did anything. Okay, I guess we'll put that back on. And yeah, then what? Do I actually go... I might not be standing at a good spot. Apparently I am. I might actually go back to the far fields and try to get that hornfly. I'm sure there's a better spot to grind them rather than just a location where only one hornfly shows up. But, well, I don't know. If we sit at the seamstress bench, it shouldn't take too long to just run there and back and do those entries. So I think that's what I will try. That's not the correct entrance. Well, we remembered that for once. So far, we haven't done a very good job of remembering. But this time, given that we just ran through here recently, something actually managed to stay in my brain for a bit. Incredible. Alright, pinstress, or seamstress, sorry. Your house is very cool. I imagine you will have the same dialogue from me as usual. Don't linger too long, you will draw the enemy's ire. Which is understandable. But like, I already know that's how you feel, so... What is even the point of reiterating? Okay, so I now have the entries for both of you, don't I? I think I do. We just need the little hornfly, who's all the way in some rightward part of this room. What are you, though? Do I have the entries for you? I somewhat doubt that. I think I'll kill you every time I run through here, just in case. And then if it later on turns out that we really do need you, and me running through here, or like attacking you as I run through here doesn't cut it, then we'll hunt you down again. Even though I'm sure I won't remember where to find you at that point. Oh well. Should I be attacking those pin enemies on the way back? Maybe. Was my attack stronger because it was a dash attack? I'm not even sure if it was a dash attack, to be honest, but... I do wonder if this dash attack does anything... like this. I wonder if that does more damage, or if it's just like a cool thing to chain off into a bounce from. I am uncertain. Whoa, that run back is like designed for you to run through this. At least with when you have Silk Speed anklets on, which I do. I don't know if that run would go as smoothly without you needing to jump. If you didn't have those on. Yeah, whatever, we'll also kill you. What? You're both void enemies? It's fine. I won't say no. Oh, dang it. I won't say no to some... what? Extra rosaries, I guess? That's not relevant to them being void enemies. Why did I say any of that? Who knows? Sometimes what comes out of my mouth will forever remain a mystery. The purpose of why I said it. But that's fine. Okay, we are back at the pinstress. I don't think we needed too many entries of the hornflies, right? This isn't even where you see them. 2 more. Okay. Not the most fun process, and again, I'm sure I could find a better place to grind them, but... Well, I haven't. And given that we do know a place to grind them, I guess I will. So we do this one run back, and then another, and then that's gonna be it. Is there like a void clump somewhere in this room that I haven't taken care of? There might be. But there also might not be. Those roosters are surely chasing me, right? Yeah, there they are. They're not quite fast enough to beat Hornet. I'll have you know, Hornet defeated that Sprintmaster guy several times. We even have a memento for it. So these little rosary... I guess this time it's not bugs bringing the rosaries to us, or bringing the money to us. It's not Gathering Swarm, this is just magnets. Well, anyway. It's not fast enough to beat Hornet. Not that it necessarily needs to most of the time. But it does mean that I need to wait for them before I exit the screen transition. Whoops, that was the horrible pogo. The worst timing you could possibly have. Slightly later probably would have been good. Slightly earlier? I mean, it wouldn't have been good, but it wouldn't have been... Oh, bad either. There we go. New entry. Pilgrim Hornfly. Birth equipped this one well. In its assault, it becomes its own projectile. That's good for it. Okay, I still don't know if I need to defeat this enemy. Can I find where they're located? Probably not. We've defeated enough snitch flies. And a bunch of these other ones as well. Okay, I think we go to halfway home and we grind some enemies there. I do wish I had, like, any idea whatsoever where to find the ornate key. And it seems to me that this current exploration that I'm doing isn't really helping me with any of that at all. But hey, this is still stuff that we need to get done. Even though it isn't the most entertaining. So we will do it. And we are doing it. And hey, sometimes we discover things. Like we found out that Seth like respawns and doesn't remember anything, and then you can just find them elsewhere in the world. I'm sure there will be more benches where they can show up, or maybe not necessarily benches, but something of the sort. Which is pretty cool. I wouldn't have found that if I hadn't just gone around like grinding enemies right now. Or no, I guess. No, that is still true. I was gonna say like, no, I didn't go there to grind Cross. But I did go there to find the Great Hoppers in Redania, which was for completing the journal. Still no hints from you. Understood. Understood, New. I see you just don't even care about me completing the journal. Is that so? Is that what I'm to take away from this? Okay, this is good. We need both of these enemies for our journal. Any other types? Wait, did I just complete you? Could have sworn you weren't completed before. On uneven terrain, the reunion of flight and range can prove a challenge even for me. I thought that wasn't completed before, so maybe I did just complete it now. So we need 3 Elder Pilgrims. And we need Pilgrim Hikers. I don't know where to find them, but we can definitely get rid of the Pilgrim Guides right now. This is a very convenient location to deal with them. I wonder if I even need to sit on the bench. They might respawn just by me re-entering. Right, your bell always deals a lot of damage. Okay, let's see. Does this respawn you? I somehow think it won't. And it hasn't. Cool, got it. Wait, there were more pilgrims this way though. Not you necessarily. And not you. You were just a mite. Yeah, but over here, weren't there more? That's just a pilgrim crawler, or no. What are they? Pilgrim groveler. That's it. I think that's what they were called. In any case, we already got the entry for them. So I didn't actually check how many more times we need to kill that big old pilgrim guide. So probably not too many. There we go. That silk skill, especially with the electricity, certainly seems quite useful. So maybe I should put on a different silk skill. It's just for once it's a silk skill that I'm actually using every once in a while. I guess we also use Threadstorm a bit. But some of the other ones I certainly never could bring myself to use regularly. Which was unfortunate. I'm sure that would have been cool and useful. But hey, needle combat is also cool and useful. So it's not like I mind all that much. You know what? Get a silk. Never mind. You die so fast that the silk skill doesn't even help. When you're a void enemy, I guess then it's useful. I don't have... Yeah, okay. One more. It would be a bit silly if I like got the entry and just didn't notice and then kept grinding for like 5 more resets. That would be silly. So I tried to avoid that. There we go. Pilgrim Guide. The large bell seems to signify them as once leader of a climbing troop, though the haunting has erased that former authority. Right. Okay, so we need Elder Pilgrims and Hikers, and I don't know where to find them exactly. From back here, we only needed... Oh, Marrow Maw. We also need to find more of you, apparently. And maulings. Okay, never mind. There's lots of stuff back here that I haven't found. Okay, but I think I want to take a break from grinding Hunter's Journal stuff. Oh, we can go buy the thing in Bellheart. We should be anyway able to do so. Hold on. We probably can't play the Beastling Call in here. And probably not on the platform either. Let's do it here. Even though just running to the station would probably be quite fast also. Yeah, let's go to Bellheart. Let's buy that thing. And the thing is, I would really like to find the ornate key. And I haven't got a clue how we might do that. Which is unfortunate. I think it very well might just be a random hidden wall somewhere that I didn't break, or something like that, something similar. I haven't actually paid attention how many actual, like, collectible items have been hidden behind secret walls. I think there might be other kinds of secrets most of the time. But, well, in any case. Dude, what am I doing? I just want to pick up some more money from here. In any case, what? I was saying something. Oh well, doesn't matter. Let's buy the thing. Yeah, your shop stays open, and I will buy the personal spa. It feels like this might be the last house upgrade, but who knows? A fine purchase you've made. Allow us a moment and we'll get it set up in your bed home. Or what? Bell home. Though the home does have a bed in it. And is there an upgrade for fully upgrading the bell home? Perhaps. Or an achievement. Is there an achievement for it? Okay, you seem to not sell anything else, actually. Can I talk to you without shopping? No. Do you say anything? No, don't buy a shard bundle! The worst thing we could ever buy. My goodness, we don't need that at all. Okay. We don't have a new relic for Relic Seeker Scrounge, do we? I always have to interrupt myself to not say Relic Seeker Lem. Oh, don't I have another memento to place here? No, I don't. Oh, I do have this though. Plasmified blood. Blood of a creature merged full with liquid life seed. Possesses powerful regenerative qualities. Right, we also have you. Voltridian. Hard charged stone that can catch, store, and discharge electricity. Are we missing one from the end here? Seems like we must be. Curious. We are missing 3 or maybe 4 relics. And we're missing 1 cylinder at least. And 2 mementos. Wait, what? I thought we had... I thought we were only missing 1. I think there might have been a spot where I thought I was going to get a relic or a memento and then I didn't. And that might be what I'm thinking of right now. That's what might be why I thought we had 7 out of 8. Okay, well, we sure have a hot tub or a spa thing in our house now. Incredible. Definitely worth 1,000 rosaries. Especially since we already have Eva's blessing, so we can just sit at our bench and get silk anyway. That's hilarious. Hello. Miss Courier, yeah, I'm sure they're wishing for stuff, but at this point I really don't even need any rosaries at all. And I'm sure they'll be okay without deliveries. Well, will they actually? Could this be a quest that I can get more money for? No, I don't think so, because we've done each of these deliveries once, and if like they were likely to give you another thing, like an actual collectible item, I'm sure it would be indicated, at least somehow. So that's that. Honestly, I'm really not very sure at all where to go next. Yeah, we can run around trying to complete the Hunter's Journal, but honestly, what I'm thinking right now is that, well, like, those second entries, I could probably grind those off stream. Though, of course, then we won't get me weeding them on stream, but, well, at least I feel like we should prefer to get the first entries. And we definitely want to do that on stream, especially because these are likely parts of an entirely new area. Should I look up where to get the ornate key? This location is of course suspicious, but we have checked it over and over again. These are also suspicious, but we have checked those several times also. We need an ornate key. Okay, I think I will look it up. Ornate key. Silksong. Ornate key. How does one get it? Where to find the surgeon's key? I swear we have that. Where is the ornate key in Whiteward? r/Silksong. What the title says, there's an ornate lock in Whiteward, but I can't find the key to it anywhere. I think it's just laying on the right side of Songclave, if I remember correctly. It's on the opposite end of Whiteward, somewhere in a semi-hidden room. Like where you find Sherma? Around there, yes. Those are completely different answers, but alright. Those are both locations that we've been in. Let's go check those out then. We will explore just Whitewood in general then. First. That sounds like a more likely place for it to be, perhaps. Because, like, what do you mean just lying around on the right side of Songclave? That makes no sense to me whatsoever. So we will explore the, like, secret part of Whitewood. Let's go check that out. We should be quite close to it. Yeah, we're not exactly far away from Whitewood. Hold on, no. I was gonna sit on this bench right here, but that doesn't really matter. We can simply run straight to Whitewood. Or, what am I saying? There's a bench near Whitewood. We can sit on it. That's what I meant to say. I love when I sometimes just say a sentence that doesn't have any relation to what I was actually thinking whatsoever. Like what? I was trying to say that we can just sit on the bench that's near Whitewood, and instead I said we can just run straight to Whitewood. Like how does that even end up happening? Oh, yes, look at that. Second Sentinel can also show up here. That's cool. I wonder if I have all the entries for these enemies. Whoa, hold on a minute. There we go. You're doing good work here, Second Sentinel. I'm glad we didn't end up killing you. And you were just kind of rescuing people here. I don't know, I guess I didn't see any people being rescued necessarily, but what it's meant to mean is that you're protecting the people of Songclave by fighting all of these possessed creatures. And I think that's overall a good thing. So, I sit on here. And then, I guess we don't activate the elevator, because the secret parts of Whitewood, those are this way. Well, this is a whole separate secret room that I've already checked today, I think. I remember being here quite recently. And not finding anything whatsoever. So I think this isn't it. We must have found a secret here previously. Can I ascend upwards through here? Let's try that. If I Silksong, where does this lead me? Oh, okay. That's a new location. Where does this even lead me? Whoa. Lots of chairs and like little trolleys to carry someone. Is this another... Whoa. Looks like pale oil might have been kept here. What? I thought this was like a Styx location, because Styx has like a big old circle. Several concentric circles. Remember my voice. To devote eternal, please. Why this pain? Must we? To serve beyond shell. Is this someone who like sacrificed themselves to the experiments here? I don't think we heard your voice there, but we can remember your words at the very least. Whoa, what's this room? I dare say that these are more victims of all these medical experiments in Whitewood. Oral commandment? Okay. Alright, yes. I will not say no to that. I will try to also remember the next time we see Lem. Oh no, sorry, Scrounge. I will try to remember that this came from Whitewood. Even though, well, like I said, might say that anyway. I'll try to remember that it's from this room. Okay, we can move these around, of course. What a fun little room. It's so funny that, like, this specifically, like, Whitewood specifically is the location where you need to rescue Sherma from, because it's, like, the worst location you might think to find Sherma in. Okay, so that's already a secret that we found just now that we hadn't found before. But you see what the issue is? Is that, the other relics and the last, Psalm Cylinder are likely all in locations like this, that I have, like, no way of finding other than by just scouring the whole map. Like, this was just a coincidence that I happened to find it. Hold on, we do need Hunter Journal Hornet comments for you. Mortician or whatever you were called. I think we need to, like, do more of you or something. So, Ornate Key is apparently around these parts somewhere. Oh, you are scary. I don't know if we've ever even fought the Void version of you before. There we go. Mortician. It lies low to the ground, perhaps out of reverence for its task, but can spring up suddenly to attack. Its sheer makes for a deadly weapon with surprising reach. Oh yeah, it's like hunching down. It's not walking on four legs, it's hunching down, it seems. That's crazy. That feels like it would take a lot of effort. Just walk around with the bent back like that. All the time. Okay, but like, what did I... I wonder where I could have missed a thing in here. Oh, okay, okay. I don't think I've climbed this way at all. Or have I? I guess this might seem slightly... No, I've definitely not been here. Okay, breakable wall to our left. Remember that. While we head this way. Ooh. Lore tablet. Oath of the White Ward. While song must be sung, none may falter. Infirmity, sickness, death, all are banished from our citadel. Yeah, that's been a thing that's mentioned a lot of times here, is that they're like trying to live eternal. And I guess the same thing was in Hallownest, to some extent, is that like the Soul Sanctum was trying to get people to live forever, right? Or was that... I don't know. I guess they were mostly fighting against infection, but like in general, like Hallownest will last eternal and all that. That was certainly a topic. But maybe that's just a thing that pale beings try to accomplish often. Okay. Oh, don't let that drop onto you. Okay, I don't think that will actually damage us. This has to be the ornate key, or surgeon's key, whatever. Uh-oh, someone's gonna fight me. Do I need an entry for you? Probably. I wouldn't call that unlikely exactly. Let's see, Surgeon Drag Husk. Which one were you? We do need to defeat 3 more Drag Husks. Can I climb up through here? Seemingly not. That seems like the perfect thing to Silksong up through. But it did already give us an item, so I guess that, you know, makes sense. How deep do you really want to drive this secret? So... any other suspicious entrances like this? This was, of course, again, indicated... by a somewhat obvious beam of vertical light. But I don't know, I would still call this quite sneaky. Well, we have the key now, which is exciting. We can enter the funny room. We can defeat at least 1 Drag Husk that way too. And I guess if we don't find more, we can simply grind, like, you know, go back to the bench and rest. And then fight more Drag Husks that way. But first of all, we must go to the keyhole, which I think we need to use the elevator for. I'm not quite sure. I feel like there must be a way to like go up and to the left, and not only the other way. But I never seem to remember the way that goes. So we're just gonna use the elevator. Yeah, unfortunate that I had to look this up, and maybe I should have tried just scouring all of White Ward before. But oh well, I don't know. I'm not too worried about it. Sometimes you're just gonna look things up, and and again, I'm quite happy that we got this far without having to look anything up to this point. The last percent out of 100, I think that's fine. All right, an ornate lock mechanism with a keyhole at its center. Use Surgeon's key. Like, yeah, I could have spent like 5 hours running across the entire game, but I don't know. Sometimes you just have to decide that that's not something you want to spend your time on. I would rather spend those 5 hours like grinding a difficult boss or something. Alright, hello. Seemingly no secrets on the walls, even though I didn't check it too thoroughly, but I think this is gonna be an arena anyway. The Unraveled. Is there actually like a whole boss? No, the Unraveled as in like a group of enemies, I think. But we might also have a slightly special boss version. So that's another Drag Husk. We might get our Hunter's Journal completed based off of this. Okay, Drag Husk. Oh, and small surgeon guy. Wait, you are not a small surgeon guy. What on earth are you? Well, someone who's unraveled, I suppose. Wait. Is that like your head detaching from your body? Is the spinny thing your neck? That's crazy. Drag wheel. Shell of a small bug possessed by silk drags. The husk will stretch its silk to form a crude crushing wheel. That's crazy. Okay, I did not do a good job at fighting them. And I did do a pretty good job at getting hit by them. Oh, I need to play the needle for these enemies, surely. Okay, maybe not to you. What are you? Oh! And now we hear boss music. Okay, this is not a way for me to get any silk off of you, unfortunately. Uh-oh! Okay, at least these guys aren't actually alive. These are just corpses that you're flinging at me. That makes the situation somewhat easier. Oh no, and you ascend too. Let's cheat by using our tools. Let's put on some plasmium. Okay, we dodge those. So if you run at me, I want to make sure you don't run into me actually. Yeah, okay, it's that raising bit that you do at the end. That's what I haven't Done a good job at dealing with... Oh my goodness. No, I'm gonna die. As usual, we can never first try a boss. It just will not happen. A major boss, a mini boss, doesn't matter. It's just not happening. I feel like I should be able to drop down through here, as I said, and go up left, and but I'm not even sure if that would be faster than the elevator. It might not be. Something that might be faster is activating the elevator, running down into one of these side holes, waiting for the elevator to pass, and then going down myself. That might be faster than waiting for it to go all the way up and then back down. And then, the next time, the elevator will already be up. But, well, I also don't imagine that we'll need to do this run back all that many times. So I probably shouldn't worry too much about that. Alright, do we need to fight the regular enemies before the big guy shows up? I imagine so. Not that that's gonna be an issue, really. There aren't even many of them. Draghusk. There is old anguish bound upon these threads, the result of countless cruel procedures. Indeed. Okay, now it's gonna be 2 of you, and then the real boss guy, it seems. Or no, actually, not just 2 of you. I think there's like another instance of the spinny guy who's gonna show up first. But hey, this is good. That way we can make sure we get the full entry for the spinny guy. Which I don't mind one bit. Oh, actually, no, I think it is the big guy already. Oh, you can already see them too. I didn't realize that before. And their head also has that, like, silk harp symbol that we've seen, like, throughout the whole game, basically everywhere. Whoops. Turns out I am no better at avoiding than I was before. Okay, dodge those. I could probably pogo them, but I'm not doing a good job at that. As usual. What? How did that even hit me? Let's heal. Okay, I can pogo you somewhat. I didn't know you could move after you did the throwing attack. I thought you always, like, went underground first. I can almost certainly hit those things out of the way too, I'm sure. Whoops. Maybe I stay up here and heal. Don't launch them at me. Okay, you can't launch them straight up, it seems. The way you bounce off the wall backwards can also throw me off a bit. Whoops. I'm really not doing good at this fight. That's fine. That shouldn't be a new thing for anyone. Shouldn't be news. Okay, what am I doing? Yeah, I can hit them. Of course I can. There are like a dozen different things I can do in this fight to avoid taking damage. But guess what? As usual, I'm not doing any of them. I don't know how I didn't get hit there. Certainly no thanks to my own skill. Whatever. Ooh, time for me to heal. That was sort of a stagger moment. Ooh. Also moves us to a slightly different section of the fight. Quick little enemy, no, not interruption. I guess it is an interruption, but not the word I'm looking for. What is the word that I'm looking for? Intermission. Why did I hear blade noises? Uh-oh. No, do not perform surgery on me with large spears. Don't do it. I almost just ran into that spear. Oh, I didn't realize you would start running immediately. Oh, what? We get spears during this? Oh, that's cool. That's very cool. Oh, what? No, we don't get spears during... No, we do. We do get spears during this. Let's heal. Oh, now you threw 3 enemies. That's fine. We can deal with that. It's kind of cool how the spears move. Like, they don't just go straight up and straight down. Or, like, in the same spot. They ascend, and then they try to ground pound directly onto you. That's pretty cool. Oh, yep, you're tossing guys at me. 3 whole guys. Oh! Dodge that. Hello, those are just spears. Those are not enemies that I can attack. Oh, no. I was just sitting there. Oh, watch out for the spears. Hello. Big old guy who's getting me. No, this is bad. I need help. Wonderful. I can heal up here. Totally safe. Safety is everyone's #1 priority at this whiteboard location, I'm sure. Perfectly safe hospital to be in and do things in. Ah, this is bad. Bad. Dangerous. Bad. Danger. Oh. Okay, that's enough silk to heal. Maybe I stay up here and I heal. That sounds like a wonderful time, actually. Dang it. Of course, I pogo straight into that. If only I didn't suck so much. Just in general. I was gonna say at a specific attack, but honestly, just in general. Stop getting hit by, obviously, telegraph boss attacks. Silly thing to do. There we go. Oh. I mean, of course, that still hits me. I just moved it backwards a little bit. I didn't exactly hit it away from me. Okay, stagger again. I should heal, but I don't have the silk for it. I do, of course, have plasmium for it. But that, I don't know. I don't want to rely too much on it. I don't know where my logic for like what I want to rely on and what I don't want to rely on is. Because, like, surely I could also say I don't want to rely on the massive amount of health that I have. Surely we should be able to do this on only 5 HP. And that's true. Maybe I do feel that way. It's just harder to avoid having this much HP than it is to avoid just using plasmium, you know? Okay, watch out for the spears, and then maybe I sit up here and I heal. Oh, that's gonna move into me. Oh, no, it didn't. Very forgiving spear hitboxes, I have to say. Uh-oh, I'm being silly and taking lots of damage again. And of course, I also have a very upgraded needle. That's also kind of cheating, isn't it? Uh-oh. Oh, no! Wait a minute. Clearly, I need cheating. Because otherwise I die horribly. Yo, this is a bit scary. I must heal, and I can, hopefully. Oh, not like this! I heal, and then of course, I immediately take enough damage to die the next time I get hit by anything. Uh-oh. Okay, I guess those don't deal double damage, which is quite kind. Quite kind and forgiving. Benevolent little traitor. Oh, I'm about to get hit by a funny spike. No, it just turned. It just turned towards me. Wow. This is with me having a full... Oh, actually, hold on. I was gonna say, this is with me having a full needle upgrade too. However, in Hollow Knight, when you get nail upgrades, that, I believe that levels up some bosses. Like, they get more health or deal more damage or something. So maybe that's what's happening here. Because I'm just trying to figure out, like, this is my max health, like, max damage needle, right? And this boss is taking, like, a decent amount of time to whittle down their health. So I wonder how this would work without that. I mean, I'm sure you could use tools anyway to speed things up. But yeah, I do wonder if Silksong also has like a bosses get stronger as you upgrade your needle mechanic. I do wonder that. The Unraveled. Alright, come on. Third time's the charm, surely. This time, we will not be getting hit by silly attacks anymore. Right. Oh, hold on. I need to play my needle into all of you. Oh, I'm fading. The pain. Forget the pain. Dang it! I was just gonna say we finally did it without taking damage. But then we didn't. Of course. Alright, come on. It's getting embarrassing. Dying to this twice. Let's not do that. With all our upgrades too. Like earlier in the game, sure. But now, let's not. Simply no good reason to die. Just look at where the attacks are going and avoid them. As always. As one does in a boss fight. That's how they tend to go. Or that's how they should go anyway. Oh. There we go. I always want to make sure I get that hit in as it passes me. Whoops, not like that. Yeah, that's what I mean by the bounce off the wall that they do. It's kind of... It feels so silly getting hit by them after they just bounce slightly back towards you off the wall. But it's also kind of funny. No, don't get hit by that attack. It's embarrassing and silly of you. We can heal up here, I'm sure. Oh, and then lose health immediately, of course. Of course. How else? How else should we do things? Okay. Get staggered. We get to fight some enemies now. Regular enemies, I mean. Not like we weren't fighting enemies before. What else is the boss if not an enemy? Regwheel. Living silk commanding a dead shell. An affront to nature and one all too common across Farloom. I guess, but these ones I feel like are particularly egregious affronts to nature. Hello? Where's... big old boss guy? Alright, spears. Spear time. Spear time. Hey, I'm glad we actually get to do a boss fight today. Last stream we didn't. And I thought there might not be any left. Or did we do another one today also? I'm not sure. Whoops. I'm being silly. As usual. Oh no, dude. I'm taking so many silly hits of damage. Let's stop doing that. No. Why did I jump into those? Oh, no. Okay. Just calm down. It's easy. Simply don't fall into the boss. For some reason, it's just like this big old boss is just lumbering across the arena. And what I decide to do is not avoid that in any way. I just fall into it. And that's what I need to stop doing. Dude, why can't I enjoy... What? Avoid these small guys. Not enjoy. Completely the wrong word. Why did I fall into that? That's so stupid. Why do I do that? Just pogo or jump or like do anything. You have like a dozen different maneuvers you can use to avoid falling into the boss. Just use one of them. A single one. No. Instead I'm sitting here. And getting hit not only by the boss, but also by all the tiny enemies and, well, everyone everywhere. All at once. No bad spot to heal. No! No. Of course I healed right where the spear shows up. Do they aim for me? I don't think I realized that they do. If they do. Okay. So we wait for the elevator to pass. Looks like we do need to optimize the run back a bit like this. Yeah, so next time we can just ride down in the elevator. And every other time, we just fall down past it. Pretty cool. Pretty neat. The Unraveled. Alright, 4th attempt is the charm, I'm sure. That's what they always say. Well, they're gonna have to start saying it now, because otherwise it's gonna be silly that it took me more than 3. There we go. Finally. First phase without damage. That's gotta be a good sign. Or maybe it's a bad sign. Maybe everything else after this will now go poorly. Who knows? Please show up and start unraveling, well, someone. Me or yourself. Someone's getting unraveled. And someone already has been. Oh, I'm so bad at this. I should simply, like, what? Dash up the wall properly. Surely I could do that. We can pull that off on it, right? That's not an impossible thing to accomplish. Surely not. There we go. I can also pogo on your front a bit like this. Maybe that's what I should do. Always just pogo. Only pogo. No! You're kidding me! Okay, the pogo isn't nearly as safe a strat as I thought it was. Or at least I'm not doing it very safely. Because those little bugs keep flying into me. Ugh. I'm sure I could just time it a bit better and it would be fine. I should use my Silk skill. Just to deal a bit more damage. We are taking very long here. Okay, well, that's fine. Move into the spear phase. Clued, turn into a square-shaped clued. Fight, turn into a spear phase fight. Okay. I heal again, I guess, even though we don't necessarily need to. We were only missing 1 health. Right, time for the spears. Or I guess these are like surgeons. I don't know what those are. I don't know why a surgeon would use a device like this. But I guess these aren't exactly normal surgeons either. Oh my goodness! Of course, immediately, as soon as we move into the more dangerous phase, I stop doing my safe approach. Okay, that worked out fine enough, I suppose. Oh, we're fine. Okay, throw your spears. Please, I don't want to start healing before the spears are actually here, you know? Because otherwise they might end up on top of me. Although I feel like standing like at the very edge of the room, like right next to the wall. I don't know that the spears ever show up there. That might be something we can make use of. Whoops, that could have been a bit of damage that I dealt to you. But it wasn't, because I missed. Okay, pogo and don't get it. Generally good advice. Fortunately, when the boss shows up from the floor, they don't like burst all the way up. Because that's what's usually been the case in a lot of fights in this game, I feel. You see the ground rumbling, and then whatever's coming out is going to launch straight up across the whole arena. But in this arena, that's not a worry, not a concern. We can be above the rumbling. And we don't even die from it. Incredible. Oh! Slightly scary situation. I can heal up here. Totally safe. Ooh. We're making progress, slowly but surely. Have we been in this phase ever? I don't think we have, but I could be wrong. I can always be wrong. Ooh, several waves of enemies in here now. No! I could have gotten here with taking damage. Whatever. It's only 1 hit of damage. How bad could that possibly be? Okay, more spears. More faster. Okay. And assuming... Oh, you don't throw 4 enemies. It's just faster spears. That seems to be all that happens in this phase. Okay, pogoing really does seem to be the way to go about dealing damage to this guy, though. Hello, where's the big guy? Thank you. Oh, he almost spawned in me. Okay, well, looks like you dealt damage anyway. So did that really save anyone? Pogo off. Oh, watch out for the spear. I maybe go up here and heal. That does seem like a mostly safe corner, except from that attack, but from the spears, I mean. And from most other attacks, except for the one where it tosses enemies at you. Everything else, pretty safe. Oh! Okay. Watch out for the spear. No! That went poorly, but not that poorly. Why am I just sitting here? We're fine! Ish! Oh, my goodness, I can't believe I didn't take damage there. Well, I can't believe it. And you're dead. Oh, the spears are still going. That's hilarious. I wonder if someone lost to that. Oh, look at that. The big old tea kettle thing is broken here now. Let's read your entry. I know there's like a whole cutscene happening right now. The Unraveled. Tormented will of countless husks made manifest in a pit of silk dregs. Wow. The souls of so many bugs obsessed with silk, consumed by it. Their pain shall forever remain in that pit. Even I do not possess strength enough to cleanse it. That's crazy. There are not many things that Hornet admits that she just can't do. Wait, there's no way we're binding a new skill, right? Or is this a silk heart? Are we missing the silk heart? We could have been, actually. Is that what this is? No, we are like actually in it. Well, okay, this could still be a silk heart, but we're like in a dream world. Did the other silk hearts bring us into a silk dream? I don't remember. It's been ages since we had one of these, I think. How exciting. Their voices, their song. All right, these places have very loud audio. I remember now. To devote eternal. Whoops, I should have sat... every time I'm in one of these streams, I forget that I should stand around and listen to the dialogue. They are ours, bound forever. I just, like, the climb is so short that you just end up in the destination. You might not even realize that you're there. And then all of a sudden, whoops, you're picking it up already. Oh well. Not the biggest problem. I don't think missing out on like 1 or 2 lines of dialogue that are regenerated. Acquire all silk hearts. Well, isn't that incredible? And now we get 4 units of silk. Well, I guess one of those is given by one of our charms. Is it? It might not be, actually. I'm not sure. No, I think it is, though. Silk hearts. Where do we see them? Here? Yes. 3 silk hearts. Yeah, so we got 3 from the silk hearts, and then one of them is given to us by one of our tools. This white one, I think. So that's pretty neat. I honestly didn't even remember that we were missing any silk hearts. Hold on, before I go this way, I imagine that's just an exit, but still. Let's check for some secrets somewhere. Hold on, I got all the entries for these, right? Surgeon, Second Sentinel, Drag Husk, Drag Wheel. Yes, okay. So it seems that Whiteward journal entries have been completed. I am kind of upset that I didn't just try exploring all of Whiteward for the key. Before I looked it up, but, well, I don't know. Sometimes it's just gonna be like that. Wait! Which bench is this exactly? This is the first bench that we got. Well, no, the second bench that... Well, whatever. This is the, like, this is near the confession stand. The bench in the Underworks. That's where we are. I'm afraid of going through that door because I feel like it might not open from the other side. Ooh, thing to pick up. The final Psalm cylinder. Yes! Oh, this is incredible. Psalm cylinder. Metallic cylinder of citadel make, etched with the recording of sound. Well, okay, that's just the same description as always, it seems to me. And good thing I went left first instead of going to the right. Okay, no needle in reactions. And I'm glad I got to play the needle into at least some of the enemies in that fight. I wonder what happens if you don't get, like, the full journal entry for the new type of enemy, for the wheels in that fight. I think that probably just can't happen. I imagine they just throw enough of those enemies into the fight that if you get through the fight, you must have killed all of them. So it can't be like you get through the fight and then because you didn't die enough, you just can't get the journal entry. Oh! Hold on, there's so many directions to go. We can go left. Whoa, okay. We can go left, and I think that might be what wraps us back to that bench. Or is it this path instead? Oh my goodness. Hold on, play needle in before we break it. Okay, never mind. Needling doesn't do anything. What exactly was the purpose of me breaking this, Why did I do any of that? Hold on, that's almost too suspicious. I'm adding a marker here, though I think it's probably nothing. Wait, no! This is the confession stand! Never mind, remove the marker, that's what the meaning of this is. This is the thing that you talk to from the other side of the wall. That's very cool. Pretty neat that we get to this right. I wonder if we can still play rosaries. What? No, pay rosaries, and have it not do anything. Okay, another pickup. That might be a relic. Yeah, no, it's a memory locket. I completely forgot we need those. Don't we still need 2 more? I think we do. We just shut off the light in the room. I guess we freed the Lumaflies or whatever these are. But I guess it's good that we broke this lamp. I do wonder what that room's gonna look like now. Hey, maybe the bench is free now that there's no light. I don't know how that would make sense. Oh. Interesting. Wait, can I not climb back up? No, I can. It's just... Huh. Could you have found... Like, could you have jumped up through here? if I came here with wall jump? Maybe. Okay. Inspect. Insert rosaries. You still can, which is hilarious. Let's just do that. What? Hold on, I think you even said something else. Return work. Hold on, yeah, first of all, you said something different than before, but who was I talking? Oh, dang it. Did I, like, destroy a confession robot that was a backup? Too far? Yeah, this is farther to the right than the door was, I think. Huh. Okay. So never mind. The confession thing still does work. That's a bit unfortunate, actually. Can you say that again? Whatever, we have enough rosaries. Tell me again what you said to me before. Speak confession. Use sin cleanse. Return work begins. Farloom never forgiven. I feel like the sentence that spells out, with some words omitted, is quite interesting, isn't it? Farloom never forgiven. Because previously it would have probably been something like all for Farloom. Blah, blah, blah. But now it says Farloom never forgiven. As in Farloom is the one that would seek forgiveness and isn't given it. Okay, well I don't think we need to sit on this bench exactly. Yeah, unfortunate that I had to that I ended up looking up that key. I probably could have come up with the idea of just looking through all of Whiteward again. But like, I don't know. That's just one of the locations to look. Like, I had no reason to specifically think that that key could be found in Whiteward. Could have been found anywhere else on the map as well. Oh well, whatever. It's fine. I'm not too bothered by it. And hey, we got 2 more Hunter's Journal entries in there. We have 3 memory lockets. Hold on, just to make sure. Now that we have 3, we need 2 for this, right? And then we need 3 for you. So yeah, we do still need 2 more now. Which is crazy. I need to remember, we need 2 more memory lockets. I will write that down, actually. 2 more memory lockets. Need 2 more memory lockets. Need relics. Missing second Psalm Cylinder, no longer. We have found it. We bought the thing from Frey. We can also cross that out. And we have done the ornate key. Why do I have a note for needing ornate key in the bottom right area of Deep Docks? That can't be right. Okay. So we do need 2 more memory lockets. We need we need more relics. What else do we need? What's our percentage at? 100! Okay, as far as the game is concerned, we are actually at 100% now. So memory lockets do not count towards that. They do in our mind, of course. We are going to want to get them. Now, let's warp to a Beltway station. We want to go speak to Cardenas. And we want to go speak to Relic Seeker Scrounge. Because we actually have things to give them. Oh, maybe we'll get a memento for completing the Cardenas quest. That's conceivable. Could be the case. Should I rest on this bench? I guess I did. It doesn't really hurt anything other than me losing out on a couple of seconds. So Hunter's Journal does not count for completion. The memory lockets don't count for completion. The other thing. What is the other thing? The mementos. They also don't count for completion. As far as the game tracks it, of course. So that's quite interesting. I do wonder why they made it that way. Like, I don't know why they decided to make it work that way in Hollow Knight, and I don't know... Like, what, did they decide to keep it this way in Silksong only because it worked that way in Hollow Knight? But like, I don't know. I think it would make sense if it... Like, okay, sure. Maybe, just maybe you don't track the relics. No, but even... Well, I don't know. That would make sense in Hollow Knight to not track the relics, but... In Silksong, I still feel like you should, because they are all unique, you know? There are all these unique things that are tracked. Whereas in Hollow Knight, they're like interchangeable things that you could miss any one of and it wouldn't really matter. Yeah, so I'm not sure why that's how any of this works. Hello, I have the last Psalm Cylinder for you. Assuming, anyway.
Gurks, what has she brought in? More treasures waiting on a keeper's inside, yes? The sacred cylinders of our holy citadel? Pass them, give them now.
She must. She will.
Take it. Yes, a fair gift to Weaver Spawn. This vault keeper shall glean what knowledge a great mind can.
Is this... Wait, we do get money for these. Apparently we do. Alright. Psalm Cylinder. Last surgery of conductor Mizello. Performed in Whiteward's operating theater. Alright. Slightly different. This one isn't music at all. Or, well, if this is music to anyone's ears, I would be quite concerned about the kind of person they are. The brutal noises of some horrible surgery.
Yes, see them all. Its collection gleams complete.
Awesome. It is complete then.
Such sacred understanding, stored safe. You have performed your part, Weaver Spawn. The agreement is concluded. Knowledge and rosaries all were past fair. No more between us. Leave this keeper to its treasures and their insights. It has given its service. Now this keeper wants its time alone.
Achievement? No. I would view your collection.
She may see it. A perfect set. This vault keeper is rich with insights. Jealous its fellows would be, if still their minds remained.
Oh, so don't say that I'm a nuisance this time. You know what's funny? If I don't change this same track I think will keep playing here. Like Vault Keeper Cardenas will just be listening to the same awful surgery until I come and change it. Which is hilarious. Oh, are you seeing anything new? Cardenas! Excuse me. Show up, please. Hello. I would play the needle into you. Escape the shell constricting. Farloom, reveal your secrets. Are you actually unable to leave here? Like, are you trapped within the walls? Through knowledge, release. Okay, well, awesome. Let us now head back to Relic Seeker Scrounge. We definitely don't have all of the relics. I think we still might be missing like 4 even. 4 relics. Which is certainly not great, but we have made pretty good progress today, I would say. Now the mystery is, where are those other 2 types of enemies that we're missing completely from our journal? That is one of the major questions remaining to us. We need 2 more memory lockets. Like, relics. Okay, it would be good to find all the relics. But if we don't, I'm not going to be too worried about that, I think. But yeah, we definitely want to get all the memory lockets. And I think every other collectible type we actually have all of. I could be wrong about that, but I think I'm not. Alright. So, you, Relic Seeker Scrounge. Receive my treasures, please. I do have a relic for you. 1 whole coral commandment, and we need to remember, we got that in that horrible room filled with corpses in Whitewood. We're missing 2, actually. That's fewer than I thought. Coral commandment. Tattered decree of the citadel. Bug of voice grown hoarse or shell fallen frail. You have been selected for duty most sacred. Become our light, our guide in darkness, that others worthy may climb to join the holy song. Right. Very pretty words to say that you are being involuntarily experimented on for horrific medical things. Incredible. Wonderful. More than. I would love to bring you more. Could you give me any hints whatsoever? No. So we're missing 2, and it's not coral commandments. It's going to be rune harps. Or even the final most special kind of relic. Could be one of those. No new quests in here. You don't sell anything new, do you, Frey? Oh, you do? Gramophone. The Citadel crafted some marvelous machines, and this looks to be one of its finest. Apparently sent by some creepy slitherer hidden away up there. For sale only too. Oh, I wonder if we couldn't have gotten this before we completed the psalm cylinders. I think probably not. And also, that might mean that if there is an achievement for like fully getting all the home upgrades, well, you can't get that before you do the psalm cylinders, and in that case, the psalm cylinders do end up giving you an achievement also, just not directly. A fine purchase you've made. Allow us a moment and we'll get it set up in your Bellhome. Hold on, but didn't you say it was sent by a creepy slitherer for me? Or just it was sent by one in general? Like, why are you charging me for this? Is that just delivery fees? Shouldn't I be paying that to the couriers? Okay. Do you sell anything else? No. Is that also not the final phone upgrade, home upgrade, I wonder? Maybe we also get one from Scrounge. Gramophone. Oh, there it is. How do I play anything from it? Maybe if I sit at the desk. Let's see. Relics. Yeah, we're missing 2 from here. I don't think there's gonna be another Arcanic, so I imagine all of these will be rune harps. Interesting that there's fewer Weaver effigies than there were Coral Commandments. Weaver from the nest beneath Bone Bottom. I feel like I should explore Weave nests more thoroughly then. Because like, where else would we get rune harps? I don't know. Alright. No, I cannot play the gramophone from here. Oh wait, no, I can. I certainly can. Hold on, I'm silly. We just select a psalm cylinder from here. I'm being stupid. Which one's the coral chambers? This? Whoops, that's not how I play it. Yeah. We can bring the Coral Chambers theme to Bellheart. Can we hear it outside? We can! That's so cool, actually. Can we hear it from down here? No, not really. But then if I approach again... Yeah! Oh, this is very cool. What a cool little upgrade. That's awesome. I do wonder how many more home upgrades there are. I feel like there must... Like, this seems like something you would get an achievement for to let you know that you're done with all of them. So I wonder when that will happen. I wonder what else are we missing. It could be that Scrounge's quest. We need to also complete that. That might be something. So, at the moment... Oh, I also need to write down that we're missing 2 mementos. Need 2 more memory lockets, and we're also... need 2 more mementos. Missing 2 Hunter's Journal entries as well. And I don't know where we could find them. However, I do think I will end stream here. We have made a lot of progress. We are actually at 100%. I don't know what I'll title next stream, because, like, it's not going to be 100% cleanup. It's going to be 100+% cleanup? Like, I don't know. It's just completion cleanup. Well, in any case, we still have some more stuff to find, but overall, we are very close to being fully done. It's a bit weird that 100% completion, as far as the game is concerned, isn't actually 100% completion as far as, well, a normal person would be concerned. Because you don't actually have 100% of everything. But, well, there we go. I guess that's what we will work towards tomorrow. Or, well, not tomorrow. I'm not promising I'll stream tomorrow. But whenever next stream is, we will work towards that. And I think then it is quite likely that next stream we will... Well, I don't know. Depends on how much we actually manage to make progress. But we might actually be able to, you know, get everything done and then go fight Lost Lace again. And then we will beat the game. And we will get the Mr. Mushroom ending. That's also something. But overall, today was very successful. We cleaned up stuff. We even got to do a boss fight. We got all silk cards. We got all spool fragments. No, spool shards. No, spool fragments. I did the same thing again. Spool fragments. All the tools. Just an incredible amount of progress. Well, I don't know. Probably not an incredible amount of progress in general, but like just wrapping all these things up, that just feels good. And did I mention silk cards? We got all of those. And next time... I don't know. It's going to be probably annoying cleanup stuff. And I'll see. Maybe I'll like try to do the Hunter's Journal Hornet comments on my own time. I am unsure. But I do think I will end stream now. Thank you for watching. And I will see you next time. Goodbye.